Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And welcome into the start of the Eastern Conference Finals, everybody. The Boston Celtics, for the third straight year in a row, are back into the Eastern Conference Finals. Game number one tonight, starting off the conference finals. The Celtics come in as a 9.5-point favorite on their home floor. The last series, they won in 5 over the Cavs. They won both of their series matchups in 5 against the Heat and against the Cavs. They played 10 games so far, doing quick work in their series matchups, and Indiana taking the 7 in their last series, able to come from behind and win the last 4 out of 5 games to beat the Knicks in 7 on Sunday. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell here as well. And thanks all for joining in on what should be a great start here, hopefully, to the conference finals tonight. And this Pacers squad, up-tempo, fast-style, number one offense in the NBA, meeting against the Celtics, which ranked top 5 in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency this season. Celtics on their home floor, opening up the Eastern Conference Finals tonight for this game. Over-under on the line. That's at 222.5, 9.5-point favorites tonight for Boston. Jeff on the stream, Mario, Greg, Daniel, Angel, Scott, Adam, thanks all for joining in here tonight, being a part on the stream as we're about to start the conference finals. Tip-off is slated for 12 minutes from now, and these two teams have been able to get through their conference matchups, avoiding the injury bug, which has been key. Able to keep on playing games and able to win against teams that were depleted due to injuries. So that's how these two teams found their way all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals right now, and they met up against each other 5 times in the regular season. Celtics went 3-2 against Indiana in the regular season. Indiana actually won in the play-in tournament game in the semifinals matchup for a right to take on the Lakers back in December in the play-in tournament for the Pacers. But this is how the regular season went for these two teams in the 5 matchups. The Celtics in the first game, they shredded the Pacers 155-104, and that was on November the 1st. That was a home game for Boston. Boston then lost on the road. That was the play-in tournament game at Indiana, on Indiana's home court in the play-in tournament on December the 4th, 122-112. It's been a while since both of these teams have met up against each other. Last game that they had in the regular season schedule was back on January 30th, so it's been almost like 4 months almost since the last time they met up and faced against each other. Celtics had an incredible defensive game that they won 118-101 on January the 6th. I remember streaming that game, and that was a textbook defensive victory for Boston in that game. It was at Indiana. And then the Pacers, 2 days later, they played each other again. Pacers won by 2 in a shootout, 133-131. They met up for the final time late in the month of January. January 30th, Celtics won by 5 in another shootout, 129-124. What's good? Harry in the stream, welcome in. Jeffrey, thanks for joining in here, man. That's awesome. So Thursday night, going out to a pizza party. Looks like we're your baseball team. Best of luck there. And hopefully good stuff will come in the future with a baseball team. Hopefully the results will be much better. Hopefully there, but I definitely hear you about this season. But hopefully there's a lot of room and improvement for the future here. Harry on the channel, welcome in. Yes, I've done a color commentary before. A lot of my broadcasts that I do actually is more like one-man commentary, but for basketball, sometimes we cover two-man commentary, so sometimes I rotate with another announcer. I've done color for football and for basketball. I've done color for. Yeah, for the football games, usually whoever I work with, they want me to take like play-by-play for the first half and then do color for the second half. So I've done that a couple times last year for football season. What I did. Jake on the channel, Rydog, S. Laplace, Ren Jeff, welcome in everybody today. Being a part of the stream. That last stream was just crazy. The T-Wolves against Nuggets, the 20-point blown lead for Denver on Sunday night. That got the largest viewership in, I believe, like 2 years on the channel. That was insane. We got over 40,000 viewers for that one stream on Sunday night. The Nuggets against the T-Wolves. Yeah, very good series in store indeed here as we welcome in George Josephine on the channel. Welcome in. Yeah, I know somebody that I know is going to the Celtics game tonight. I heard it's supposed to be quite a challenge to get there. I'm interested to see how many people for fans are in the stands once we get to the start of this game, because they had a presidential visit today in downtown Boston, and there were multiple streets blocked off in and around the TD Garden. So I'm interested to see how big the crowd is, because it's a nightmare to get into downtown Boston, especially by car. To get into downtown Boston on today with what's going on with a visit for today. But you have to take the train. That's like the go-to to get into the Boston area, is taking either commuter rail, the T, like MBTA transit system, and a lot of times it's not as reliable as it should be or so. But in my neck of the woods, I actually live like 25 minutes away from the nearest commuter rail train. Like, there's nothing in my area, so it's quite a bit of time to like hop on a train and then go up, and takes you to South Station and then hit another line to get to the TD Garden. What's good, Khaled on the stream, thanks for joining in. Charlisa on the channel, welcome back in. Pringle, welcome on board tonight. Celtics looking to start out red hot. Right now they're 2-0 in game ones. Both of those games they won by a hefty margin, 114-94 against the Heat in game one in the first round, 120-95 against the Cavs in the second round in game one. And for Indiana, they've started off the series on the wrong foot, but they get better and better throughout the course of the series, and that's something that Boston needs to realize, is that this Pacers team, they closed out the series, winning the last 4 out of 5 games to beat the Knicks, but they were trailing down to 0-2 against New York. And also, they lost game one, 109-94 against Milwaukee to start off the series. And then after that, they went 4-1 in their last 5 games to close out the series. So this Pacers team, they're able to make the adjustments, get better and better and better throughout the course of the series. And Celtics going to jump up fast on them, because this is a team that you do not want to face with this Indiana Pacers squad. Well above the 8 ball. They got a lot of guys who's able to just be able to just wear you out. And the key for Boston is that they only have Porzingis, who is out due to injury. So Porzingis, he's out tonight. He'll be out on Thursday for game 2. So he has been rolled out for the first 2 games of this series, from what I heard for Porzingis. But there's some good news, though. I actually saw a shorts clip today for a video clip on Porzingis. He was shooting, he shot a half-court shot this week during practice for Porzingis. So he's not playing today, but I saw a short video, approximately like 15 seconds or so, of him shooting a couple half-court shots during practice from a few days back for him. So that's a really good sign. So Porzingis is out. Benedict Mathurin, the only player who is listed out tonight for the Pacers. So both of these teams basically at full strength besides one player into this game. Of course, the Porzingis injury, that's a major loss there. Able to get past the Cavs in 5, but this is a different force here with Indiana. They got some strong front court players, especially Miles Turner. Like, he's explosive down low. That game 6 against New York really just was able to rack the rim a couple times with some massive slam dunks. For this game for Boston, it's all about taking away Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton in that play-in game, he had a triple-double, I believe, in the play-in game victory for Halliburton. If you take away him, you force other players to score, and the Celtics got much more backcourt size to limit a lot of those scoring opportunities too for Indiana. It's all about being able to lock up Halliburton to start off, but also transition defense. That's how the Pacers are going to get their points. They go so quickly up the floor, like 5-second possessions. They attempt more shots than anybody else in the NBA. What Boston loves to do is that I'm actually glad that they didn't get into a matchup with the Knicks, because I honestly thought the Knicks would be a tougher opponent for them because of the Knicks' ability to rebound. The Pacers got crushed pretty hard a couple of those games on the glass against New York. The last game, though, they battled strong and they held the rebound margin. But for the games that they struggled on the glass, they were just well off on the glass, like minus 20 in rebounds. And Boston is very similar to New York, the playing style, how they go up for offensive rebounds. It's just efficiency. The Celtics got much more options, much more efficient options. And I think when it comes down to this game, I think this series here, the Celtics got more balance in terms of their offense and their defense, whereas Indiana, top offense in the NBA, but bottom tier defense. So starting off this series, I would not be shocked to see basically a full layup line to begin today with this Celtics team. That Jaylen Brown, I think he's going to be the go-to attacking, getting to the rim. He's always the tone setter for the team early on, but if Jaylen's getting buckets early on, you know that this is going to be a good night for Boston, because he's going to want to set the tone, and I think they're going to see if they can go more so towards the paint in this game. The last game to close out the series against Cleveland, it was a three-point shooting contest for them, but Al Horford really responded in a huge way. He led his team to victory. Man, he was awesome in the last game. Horford had 22 points, 15 rebounds in the last game. Tatum's really stepped up. Tatum struggled early on in the Cavs series, but last couple of games really turned it up a notch. His defense has been super underrated for Tatum. He's had multiple double-doubles so far in the playoffs for Tatum. Almost had a triple-double in the last game. He had 25, 10, and 9, but the key for Tatum has been just the defense has been awesome so far this playoffs. He had 4 steals in the last game for JT, so I'm looking to see if he can keep it up defensively, because his size, his length has caused a lot of issues for other players trying to score. So welcome in, everybody. Jay Ramirez, welcome back in. Yeah, I remember going into the Nugget stream against the T-Wolves on Sunday night. We were just under 9 million channel views, and we cracked that. That was the highest viewership, I believe, in 2 years on a single video that we had for a live stream. It hit over 40,000 viewers total. We had over 2,000 in the chat. That's been, I think, over 2 years. I think last year my highest video was around 24,000. I believe. Jake, welcome in. Level, Jack City, Didi, welcome on board, everybody, tonight. Mr. Smiley, welcome on board. Hawkeye Nation, glad to have you back in. Yeah, I heard that Gus Johnson, he was calling a couple of the NBA TV games for the first round of the NBA playoffs. He was a new addition last year for the NBA playoffs for him. Ice Ice Baby, welcome back in. Jimmy in the channel, welcome on board tonight. Junior Smooth, welcome on board. Ooh, score prediction for this one. I'm going to go Celtics 120. I'll go Celtics 121, Indiana 110 for this game. I'll go Celtics by 11 for today's game here. Boston's coming in quite rusty. I'm interested to see how they're able to respond in this game today. I'd like to see them go more towards the rim instead of jacking up threes, because their threes might not drop this early, and since they haven't played in 6 days for the Celtics. But also they get significant amount of rest and able to prep, whereas Indiana is coming off just 1 full day of rest. They last played on Sunday during the afternoon, and then they had the second part of the day on Sunday. They had to fly back from New York to Indiana, so they only had 1 day to prep, which was yesterday. Which, then again, the Celtics didn't know who they're facing either with this matchup. But watching the film, which they should have throughout the course of this series, since they had wrapped up their series last Wednesday, they should be able to have a good grasp on both of the teams. With the Knicks and the Pacers, and then once the Pacers won, it's all focus about Indiana. Yeah, Siakam's been really solid. He's actually been a better scorer in road games this playoffs than he has at home for Siakam. Yeah, Big Al definitely needed to get his rest. He played one heck of a game in that Game 5. So here we go, about to tip off here in just a moment. Andrew Nembhard, Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Aaron Nesmith going up against his former team in this matchup. That's the starting 5 for Indiana. Pacers take the court with the yellow jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for this matchup today. What a turnaround for Indiana as they were trailing at the start of the series. 0-2. Starting 5 for the Celtics tonight. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford. Porzingis is out tonight. He is also out for Game 2 on Thursday. So what we know for certain, Porzingis has been rolled out for the first 2 games of the series. But the Celtics are looking to see if they can get Porzingis back during the second part of this series, as they are optimistic that he should be able to return. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if they need him during the second stretch of the series, if it goes past 4. So about to tip off here in just a moment. Celtics and Pacers started the Eastern Conference Finals. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this game here. Celtics or Pacers, taking place at the TD Garden. No problem with everybody getting in their seats. It's a jam-packed crowd here in Boston, Massachusetts for this matchup here as we are underway and the Pacers control the opening tip. Left to right on the floor for Indiana. Pascal Siakam crosses the midcourt logo. He's defended by Jaylen Brown. Sends it out to the wing off to Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Derek White. And Nesmith, his lob, intercepted by Tatum. Tatum up the floor, pass off to Brown behind the defense. Throws it down with a right-handed hammer. Oh, baby, JB with a right-handed flush. That's how we start off the Eastern Conference Finals, baby. The Jays working together. Tatum with a steal. Up the floor to Jaylen Brown. He ducked it home. And now Horford with a huge rejection as he denies Siakam. Up the floor here. They're going to call the goaltend, though. Wow. That clearly looked like a clean block. Joe Mazzulla cannot believe it. The referees called a goaltend. Oh, yeah, that's a clean block. It did not hit the backboard before Horford swatted it from behind. That should be a clean block here in the Celtics. Are they going to challenge this right now? Joe Mazzulla, 35 seconds into the game, will challenge the call. Yup. Joe Mazzulla going to challenge this call. We head to the first timeout with 11:25 left to go in the first. That looked like it was all clean by Horford before it touched the glass. It looked like there was space in between the backboard and the air. And Al Horford came in from behind as he denied Siakam. We'll see what happens here, but from that last camera angle, that looked like a clean block. Currently, the score is 2-2, but this may look like it will change right now. So critical challenge to start off this series. Joe Mazzulla, he is for sure certain. Al Horford telling Joe to go challenge that. And we'll see if this is worth the gamble right now. A 35-second challenge to start off this playoff. Starting off with a bang indeed. The Celtics looking fresh, bringing the intensity. And wow, giving the fans one offensive possession. One boom shakalaka indeed. Holy smokes, what a start to this series. The Jays are ready. They're ready for the next step. Tatum with an incredible steal. And I talked about in the pregame that Jason Tatum, he's low-key just been super underrated defensively, what he has done. Like, a lot of these star players that's led their teams, not only has it been the offense, but they've been playing out of their minds defensively for sure. Jason Tatum's been one of the top defenders so far this entire playoffs. Luka and Kyrie for Dallas, they've been playing out of their minds for defense. And that's something that Dallas hasn't been talked about for a while, as being a strong defensive team. But second half of the year, they made a key trade for P.J. Washington, and he really upped their team to take it from like a mid-pack defensive unit around like 20th or so, around like 18 to 20 in the league, took them all the way up to being a top 8 team in defense before the start of playoffs in the second half of the year. So a lot of these star players are really stepping up in a big way defensively. And Tatum, massive steal to begin, and then a huge block by Horford from behind. Yeah, Tatum's definitely got a chance to change that this year. The Celtics are the most experienced team in the playoffs. They had to go through other experienced teams in the past for Boston. And right now, this is the Celtics' year. If they can't do this, looks like the window is going to be closed. But with Denver being taken out, that opens up the door for the Celtics because all the other teams don't have like significant playoff experience compared to the Celtics, where you have to take certain steps, I feel like, to be able to be an NBA champion. Now, if Minnesota wins, they would be an exception because they got a player at the age of 22 with Anthony Edwards that has been compared to the next Michael Jordan. Pretty close, but still you have to take certain steps, and they were bounced out in the first round. That would, like, if Minnesota does win, you know for sure Edwards, I've been talking about it for like the last couple weeks or so, new face of the league, but that would just put him into another ranking possibly for like throughout the rest of his history, because he has a lot of good opportunities if that does happen. So the call's been overturned, so that was clearly a block by Horford. Joe wins the challenge. Celtics have the basketball. Tatum, second possession of the game at the right wing perimeter, guarded by Halliburton. One-on-one, Tatum backs his way. Tatum, jumper, 15-footer, takes it. No good off the mark, tipped by Horford. Offensive rebound, quarter three, Holiday, swoosh! Drew Holiday buries the triple. And that's where I think the key is going to be in this game. Offensive rebounds. Al Horford just tipped one up over to Drew to save the possession. Indiana, they got beat down pretty hard against the Knicks in some of those games in the last round on the glass. Nesmith lost the handle, turns it over. 2 turnovers by the Pacers in the first 3 possessions of the game. Jaylen Brown attacks as he goes up, soars up to the rim, and he scores. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2 for Jaylen Brown. 7-zip for Boston. They've been an absolute machine in Game 1 so far, winning by double digits against the Heat and the Cavs. Off the roll down, miss layup off the glass, too strong by Turner. Rebound controlled by the Celtics. They're pushing tempo, right baseline dribble. Derek White right over Nesmith, and he scores up and through. It's good for 2. Boston's pushing it right back at Indiana right now. 9-zip for the Celtics. In the first minute and 50 of action, Siakam backs his way on Tatum. Siakam inside a key, guarded by Tatum. Siakam, turnaround, contest by Tatum. No good off the glass. Offensive rebound, controlled by Siakam. Siakam again, guarded by Tatum. Backs his way with 5 of the shot clock. Fall away, tough shot, turnaround. No good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Holiday. Up the floor off the Brown. Brown working on Halliburton 1-on-1. Backs his way to the right elbow. Brown off the pivot baseline. Swings it out to the top of the key. Skip pass. Open 3. Holiday. No good off the rim. Missed shot. Rebound secured by Siakam. Baseline drive. Nesmith to the cup. No good. In and around the rim and out. Celtics with incredible defense, especially down inside the paint. Indiana starting off 0 for 5 from the floor. Celtics with the ball. At the left wing perimeter, Derek White. White, top of the free throw circle. Outside, Horford launches the 3. Bang, bang, he hits it. Big Al Horford, just like the last game, knocks down a triple. His dad in the stands. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Pacers. 12-zip for Boston. Starting off this game 1 right now in the Eastern Conference Finals. Derek White with an assist as he brought a double team, left Al Horford wide open at the corner. Knocks down the 3. As good as a start that you can get right here, right now. Everything going their way. Hustle plays, steals, offensive rebounds, making open shots. And then the best that you could do defensively, contesting at the rim. This is called championship identity. The last 9 minutes of how they played against the Cavs last Wednesday, they have translated this into the start here to begin this game for Boston right now. The Celtics beat the Pacers in Game 1 in the regular season. The final score is 155-104 in that game. It's been a while since the Pacers have faced Boston. It's just so much balance on the Celtics squad. And if you're able to lock down Halliburton and force other guys to make plays, then things are going to get really difficult. Right now, Halliburton's yet to attempt a shot so far. His numbers have been down in road games compared to home games for Halliburton in the playoffs. He has not been aggressive in those road games, especially during the playoffs, but Celtics are daring Pascal Siakam to beat him, and Pascal Siakam's taken a lot of tough, deep turnaround jumpers, and he's 0 for 3 to start off this game right now, meeting up against Jason Tatum. Tatum's the one who's been his primary defender to start off, and I talked about in the pregame, Jason Tatum low-key has played just lockdown, excellent defense throughout this entire playoffs so far by Jason Tatum, and once again, it is starting to make an impact statement right now in this game for what Boston's defense has done. So we got 12-0 to score right now to begin. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Celtics are out on the floor, just crashing the glass, flying everywhere, contesting shots, forcing Indiana to shoot 0 for 5 with 2 turnovers to begin. Celtics with 2 steals, and Boston with a mix and combo, attacking and getting downhill to the rim, and also knocking down 2 out of 3 threes to begin this game. So it's been a great mix and match balance so far. And they've been pushing the ball right back at Indiana. Indiana is known to push and blow up and down the floor. But the Celtics, instead of what the Knicks did, which the Knicks wanted to play their style and slow down the basketball, the Celtics have gone right back to Indiana. They know that the Pacers are horrific at defending inside the paint. So you know what Boston's doing? They're pushing. Push. They're going to do that for the full 48. These guys are going to be able to rotate. It's not like they got players like Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson. It's not like they're going to have a 7-man rotation with those 3 guys playing like 44 minutes plus. They're going to rotate. These guys are going to get all around like 34, 35 minutes. And they'll rotate that all around to their deep bench here. They'll keep on pushing throughout the remaining course of this game. So, great start. As good as it can get right now for the Celtics. Incredible start. And the Pacers right now, trying to figure things out on the bench. Halliburton talking to Carlisle, which is talking to his team as they're trying to get things back in order. And this Celtic squad, an absolute force to begin this game. We come back to action. 9:16 left to go. And the first wide open corner 3 missed by Nesmith. Off the mark, Brown lobs it up over the top, deflected off the backboard as Jason Tatum did not soar up for the alley-oop jam. Jaylen Brown should have probably taken that in and laid it up and in. They left 2 points off the board right there. Nembhard attacks, working on Tatum inside the key. Nembhard shovels off to Nesmith, hand off to Turner. Turner at the top, guarded by Horford. Turner. Shot clock's down to 6. He stumbles, sends it off to Nembhard just in time. For the shot clock, Siakam's going to have to send one over. Holiday at the low block. Kiss off the glass. He scores up and in off the backboard, and the Pacers are on the board. That's a tough shot. That's not sustainable. Too easy. Jason Tatum, 3 seconds later, attack the rack, scores with a layup. 14-2 right now for Boston. The Pacers did not have their feet set. They did not get back defensively. You got multiple guys who's walking or jogging back defensively, and the Celtics were able to target that just like this once again. Siakam able to score. A quick 3 in transition. Horford, no good. Bricked off the back rim. Nembhard collects the defensive rebounds. Fast-paced game so far as we approach the first 4 minutes of action. Nembhard laces up a 3, connects on it. 14-7. Little bit of a run right now for the Pacers. They get some pressure in the backcourt as well. Jaylen Brown crosses the midcourt logo. He's defended by Siakam. Brown dribbles up, drives on Turner, circles around, dribbles inside around the key. Back out to the top here for Jaylen. He signals the offense. Jaylen, 8 on the shot clock, sends it out to the right wing. A lot of space in the 3. Horford no good off the back rim. The rebound secured by Halliburton. Pacers with possession. Celtics looking good, able to get back defensively. Feet set, back in transition defense. Everybody jogging back. Halliburton step back 3 in the air over Holiday. No good. Deflected by Turner. Off the Brown outlet pass. Broken up by Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton's the only player coming back in transition. Like, he's the only player who's hustling right now. This is basically a 5-1 for Boston to begin this game based on how the Pacers defense is just walking back. And lucky that Halliburton soared up in the right time to deflect that pass out of bounds. That was almost a full-court outlet pass up the floor to Jrue Holiday, who was behind the defense. Obi Toppin checks into the game for the first time today. as Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, they got 3 players who will check out right now for Indiana. So Indiana, they do go deep in their rotation for the Pacers as TJ McConnell comes on the floor for the first time today as well. The pass down low over to Tatum, and he scores up and in off the backboard, off the inbound. Tatum's got 4 right now. Everybody in the starting 5 has scored. A jumper, it's good by Halliburton as he makes the 3. 16-10. 4 points by Tatum, 4 by Brown, 3 each between Horford and Holiday, and then 2 by White. Celtics with possession. White sends it off to Brown, top of the key. Jaylen Brown dribbles up, guarded by TJ McConnell, outside of White. Launches the 3 straight away. Derek White right on point, delivers on the triple. 19-10 for the Celtics. What's good, Marashika on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Top of the key, Turner. He's defended by Horford. A hand off to the wing, and Ben Shepherd sends it off to McConnell. McConnell baseline dribble on Holiday. McConnell backdoor over Drew. He scores up and it off the backboard. Gotta be aware, TJ McConnell just able to find an opportunity to get to the rim. He's like a Energizer bunny out there on the floor. Al Horford with a hook shot as he scores over Turner for 2. 21-12 for the Celtics as we are midway through this first quarter. Halliburton bounce pass off the roll down. Turner no good. And Horford picks up the first personal foul of the game. Defending at the rim. This will be 2 shots coming up by Miles Turner at the free throw line. Richard, thanks for joining in here. So he's got the underdogs in the playoffs. Pacers and Mavs. First one is good by Turner. Welcome in, Will in the channel. Welcome on board. Stats reference, what they have for the stat sheets, they list him at 6'9" for Al Horford. I feel like he's more 6'10". I believe that's what ESPN lists him at, 6'10", as Tatum goes in for a fall away. Tatum will shoot 2. Coming up at the free throw line here as he was defended by Ben Shepherd. So Shepherd picks up the first personal foul today for Indiana on the floor. Miles Turner is 6'11". Yeah, Horford's 6'10". My roster sheet I get off a Basketball Reference. They got him at 6'9". Charlie, welcome in. Liking the Pacers by 17. Wow. First one's good by Tatum. If you're new in the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be new or to be notified here for future live streams. Horford right now is 37. He's turning 38 on June 3rd. Second free throw is good by Tatum. 9-point advantage for the Celtics here currently. Halliburton. Pass off the roll down Turner. Turner guarded by Luke Cornett. Floats up the shot over Cornett and puts it into the bucket. 23-16. A little bit of a run after trailing 12-0. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. Derek White able to soar up and control it though on the far side of the floor. White at the left wing, sends it off to Tatum, full pathway downhill, right to the rim, he scores, up and it off the backboard. Jason Tatum saw the clearance, he drove it, and he scored with a left-hand finish. Pacers started off 0 for 6, they're 6 for 7 ever since, but that's a turnover. Halliburton missed the mark and the pass off to McConnell, sailed out of bounds in the front row of the seats. Yep, midway there to being the world champions, looking for banner number 18, Peyton Pritchard. On the floor, the absolute hustler. Swings it outside court at extra pass. Left quarter, Jaylen Brown in the 3. Skidded off the rim too strong. The rebound controlled here by Indiana. McConnell, guarded by Tatum. Flings it out to the top. Turner with a 3. Rattled out, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Up the floor, Pritchard. Pritchard at the right wing. He's going to slow it down for his teammates. Peyton Pritchard, guarded by Halliburton. Gets around the Tatum screen. Pritchard swings it outside the Cornett. Hand off White. Takes the 3 for Derek White off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Toppin. 9-point advantage, 4.5 left to go in the first. Toppin, up fake, drives past Tatum, inside the key, and no good off the glass. The putback is there, though, by Turner for 2. 25-18 right now. Peyton Pritchard crosses the midcourt logo. It's Pritchard, Tatum, White, Cornett, and Brown, the 5 on the floor. In Game 1, currently the Eastern Conference Finals, Tatum, top of the key, guarded by Ben Shepherd, 1-on-1 at the top. Tatum jacks up the three over Shepherd, came off the rim short, rebound control by the Pacers. That's a hero ball look. That's the first hero ball look of the game that Tatum's had. I know he likes the matchup, guarded by Shepherd, but he wasn't able to convert on it. McConnell on top. Turner lobbed down low. That's a mismatch. Top it over. Pritchard scores up and in off the glass for two. Obi Toppin on an absolute mismatch as Peyton Pritchard got left in an island, stuck to guard. Toppin underneath the hoop. Tatum bounce pass. Brown comes off the screen. Brown had an opening with Cornette. Instead, Brown soars up to the rim. That was nasty. Up and underneath a Pacer defender to the rack, and he scores with a right-hand layup. 27-20 for the Celtics. We're down to 3:20 left to go in the first. Halliburton, bounce pass off the roll down. 18-footer straight away. Turner, no good off the mark. Tatum rips away the rebound. Jason Tatum up the floor, drives on Shepherd. Tatum, Euro step right to the cup, no good, couldn't finish. Hands up in the air, looking for the foul call, couldn't get it. Lob. In transition, it goes out of bounds. It's off of the Pacers. So a transition lob missed the mark of Obi Toppin, a little bit too strong. It will go back to Boston. 7-point lead right now for the Celtics. Lunatic on the stream, welcome in. We got Andre, welcome back on the channel here. Jason Tatum, top scorer for Boston, 8 total points, 6 points by Jaylen Brown. Both the Jays combining to shoot the ball 6 for 10 to begin this game. 5 points each between Derek White and Al Horford, 3 by Drew Holiday. Bench yet to score so far for the Celtics. Celtics by 7 with possession. Pritchard, edge of the midcourt logo, defended by McConnell. Pritchard dribbles up, skip pass out to the wing. Brown drives inside the key with a runner, right down the middle, gets it through. It's good for 2 by Jaylen Brown. 29-20. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Pacers with 2:44 left to go in the first quarter. Celtics playing their game right now. Playing right into their style. So we'll take a timeout on the floor. Hey, anything could happen. Let's respect everybody's opinion here on the channel. This game's on ESPN. I believe it's Mike Breen and Doris Burke who's calling the game tonight for ESPN. Pacers led by Miles Turner. He has 6 right now for Turner. 4 points by Siakam. Siakam missed his first 3 shots that he attempted for today's game. Tatum just locked down defensively so far. Came up with a strong rebound for JT. He's got 2 boards so far, but he's got multiple double-doubles in this playoffs for Tatum right now. But it's been spreading around the points, spreading around the rebounds. A lot of good balance so far in this game for Boston. Even though the bench is yet to attempt a shot, things looking really well to begin this game. Mango Bingo on the channel. Welcome in. Taking the Celtics here. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win. Celtics or Pacers. And Boston looking to see if they can keep upping their lead right now. 9-point advantage. Great start for the Celtics. There was a 12-zip start before the Pacers scored a single point to begin this game. And now the Pacers start to come back. They're 8 for 12 after starting off 0 for 6 from the floor. Indiana with a possession. Toppin fires the pass underneath. Shepherd circled around the rim, covered by Horford. Hand off to McConnell. McConnell cuts the hoop and scores the layup. 7-point game now. Celtics with Holiday at the wing. Drew Holiday dribbles up, drives downhill with a left hand, couldn't finish over Isaiah Jackson. A rebound controlled by the Pacers. Pacers in the full court outlet. Obi Toppin able to score at the rim for 2. The 5-point game here. Indiana's starting to hang in. Pritchard, guarded by McConnell at the right wing perimeter. Pritchard takes on McConnell, drives off the jump stop inside the key, out to the corner. Horford contested 3, missed off the mark, off the fingertips of Holiday. That's out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball. Joe, welcome in here, man. Things going pretty well. Luis, glad to have you back in the stream from Canada. McConnell, lob down low. Jackson snags it, swings it out to the corner. Nesmith drives on Brown. Nesmith slipped inside the key, got the ball way down to McConnell. 10 in the shot clock. TJ McConnell drives at Horford, circles around, back out to the corner. Off the top end for the jumper. Contested by Hauser, but he buries it. And it's only a 3-point game, 29-26. Here come the Pacers. Obi Toppin getting some bench points, 10-0 in bench points. Toppin has 6 out of the 10. Off the bench, McConnell with 4. Celtics with the ball. Hauser into the hands to Brown. Brown at the top, drives on top and right to the cup, and he scores up and off the backboard for 2 by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen setting the tone early in this game, going downhill to the rim. He's got 10. McConnell, mid-range. That's his spot, but he missed it off the rim short. Uncharacteristic mid-range miss by McConnell. Kick out to the corner. Holiday, his pass gets broken up out of bounds. Uncle Pizzle, welcome in here, man. Yeah, Jason Tatum's going to have to crawl out of his shell. He's done that so far for JT. Excellent start by him to begin this game, but hopefully going to keep on popping his head out of his shell and not coming back in. Celtics, 10 assists on 13 made field goals. Pacers were moving it at a high clip in the last game of the Game 7 victory over New York. Isaiah Jackson checks towards the bench. Pascal Siakam comes back in. Inbound. Pritchard takes the 3 and he buries it. 34-26. That's another easy bucket that the Celtics have gotten off an open shot off an inbound today. McConnell into the hands to Siakam. Top of the free throw circle and there are 50 seconds left to go in the first. And Obi Toppin lets it rain. 9 points off the bench by Toppin right now. Keeping the Pacers hanging in this one. And Toppin breaks up the pass, intercepts, and McConnell has it up the floor. McConnell is defended one-on-one by Hauser at the wing. Sends it off to the right corner. Shepard back into the hands to McConnell. McConnell in an opening. Dribbles up to the elbow. McConnell sends it out wide off to Shepard. Passes inside of Keogh. That's an extra pass 5 with a bucket good for 2 by Toppin. Once again, he's got double figures. Pascal Siakam with a beautiful dime right over the Toppin. 11 assists by the Celtics, 9 by the Pacers. Celtics. The final seconds left to go in the first here. Tatum with the ball. Tatum, edge of the midcourt logo. Tatum, his pass broken up. Intercepted at the buzzer. Close out the end of the first quarter. 34-31. A 12-zip start for the Celtics has dwindled down to 3 as both of these teams have just flew up and down the floor against one another right now, as we will take the first break in between quarters tonight in this game. And wow, what a electric, fast-paced start that we've got here so far. All right, first quarter in the books. Going to be moving on to the second quarter a couple minutes from now. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here, everybody. And right now a close one at this moment because of Obi Toppin. Toppin coming off the bench. He's got 11 points, 5 for 6 shooting from the floor. Celtics don't have an answer to begin this game for Obi Toppin right now, and they got to start to figure that out defensively. And Jaylen Brown getting downhill to the rim, setting the tone early on for his team. 10 points for Jaylen, top player in this game scoring-wise for the Celtics. 8 points by Tatum, 5 each between Horford and White, and then 3 by Holiday. Pritchard made a 3, but they've only got 3 off the bench right now. Wow, a lot of Pacers fans hanging in right now. And thanks all for joining in. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here, Celtics or Pacers. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Aaliyah and Dan in the channel, welcome aboard. Franklin, welcome in. Juan in the channel, welcome on the channel. Once again here, thanks for joining in, everybody. Yeah, I don't, I'm not entirely sure for Ben Gregg. Yeah, I'm looking at the articles here. Hasn't been anything recently about that. Yeah, that's my laptop with background noise. One of them is the fan. I've done everything possible, so I turned it down to a setting. It was at 100%, turned it down to like 97% to see if it was able to stop the fan noise. It's not as bad as Sunday, though. So my apologies there if you do hear any some sort of background noise. It's one of my laptop fans. I'm unfortunately going to have to go out and get another laptop. I'm kind of just probably after the end of this playoffs, I'm probably going to have to pick up a second job after work or so, honestly, and see if I can work like 12-hour shifts, because I got my muffler on my vehicle came unattached the other day or so. So yesterday I had to go and do like a fix to that, but the parts coming in being shipped in the next couple of days, and it's like over $1,000 for the parts. And then I'm gonna have to see if I can get another laptop within the next couple of weeks too or so. It's probably gonna be another like $600-700. So unfortunately, probably after the finals or so, I'm probably gonna stop the channel for a while and see if I can pick up a second job after work for myself, because right now I don't have the other announcing stuff that I have until September. Once again, we come back to action. Celtics just came up with a steal. Pritchard with a 3 at the wing. He buries it. It's good. 37-31. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the laptop when I go up to New Hampshire in a couple weeks, because they do tax-free. Mass does like 6.5% sales tax or so. So it's like an extra, like, quite a bit of bucks that it goes for, like anything in Mass usually does. Pritchard bounce pass to the corner. Horford outside Hauser at the top of the key off to Tatum. Tatum lost off of somebody's shoe, got the basketball back. So it goes right back to Tatum here. 6 in the shot clock. Tatum at the wing, guarded by Jackson. Tatum takes the 3 in the air, got it blocked by Jackson, and the Celtics try to save it right at the buzzer. Pritchard puts it up. Did he get it in time, though? And no, he did not. It's going to be a shot clock violation. So just missed it. Isaiah Jackson with a fingertip on the ball, contesting the Jason Tatum 3. And Peyton Pritchard, he did get it, but it was a nick of time after the shot clock went off. Ben Shepherd on the floor. Neesmith, McConnell, Siakam, Isaiah Jackson. Spin cycle. McConnell downhill to the cup. No good. Great defense there. Holiday backside defense at the rim, able to force the miss. Holiday on the floor with Pritchard, Hauser, Horford, Tatum. And here's a jumper, mid-range, got it. Peyton Pritchard starting to heat up right now. 39-31. As Peyton Pritchard started getting to a little bit of a groove here currently. Off the bench for him. He is getting himself 8 points off the bench. Quick 5 points to begin the second quarter for Pritchard. Neesmith towards his left, hand off to Siakam. Siakam's guarded by Hauser. Outside of Neesmith. He takes on the Holiday at the low block. Jumper, fall away. Neesmith connects on it. 39-33. Pacers stone cold right out of the gate, 0 for 5, but they've been able to make most of their shots ever since here. Holiday got it stripped out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Back and forth we got here. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It's an incredible start for the Celtics, but Pacers challenging Boston here in this game. And I'm always up to see this Celtics team always be challenged. Hauser, fall away 3, missed off the back rim, no good, and the pass sails out of bounds. I know for a lot of Celtics fans, my opinion would be the favorable matchup would be Dallas. A lot of Celtics fans are rooting for that to happen, but it'd be a much tougher matchup for Minnesota. Minnesota took Boston to overtime twice this season. Horford tried to throw a poster dunk over Shepherd. Shepherd picks up the shooting foul, and Horford will shoot 2 shots at the free throw line coming up. But I would like to see Minnesota, in my opinion, since it gives the Celtics more of a challenge. So years down the line, we're not talking about an asterisk championship. If the Celtics do happen to win the championship this year because of their pathway to win a championship, playing the 8 seed, playing the 4 seed, and then playing a 6 seed right now. And then if they did meet the Mavs in the championships for the finals, they would have to go to a 5 seed. So the fact that they wouldn't have played a top 3 seed to get there, that a lot of people will be bringing that up years from now and stuff like that about like an asterisk next to that specific banner if that did happen there. Free throws are good at the line by Horford, 41-33. The Celtics lead by 8. Pacers with possession. Nesmith sends it on top over to Nembhard. Nembhard attacks on Hauser. Swings it out to the wing back to Nesmith. Nesmith's three missed off the back rim. Tatum tried to save it out of bounds. Went off of Tatum though. It's going to stay Pacers ball. And right now the Pacers have 6 total turnovers. Celtics have 3 steals to begin this game. Boston just 2 total turnovers to begin right now. 8-point game at the left wing. Jalen Smith, first time on the floor currently for Indiana. Baseline dribble. Nesmith to the cup. He scores up and in off the glass. Hanging in for Indiana. 41-35 right now as we cross the 9-minute mark left to go before halftime. Nesmith's got 4 against his former team. Horford guarded one-on-one by Jalen Smith. Horford backs his way at the mid-block, working on Jalen Smith. Smith trying to guard him with resistance here. Horford off the pivot move, and he scores up and in off the backboard and one at the free throw line for Al Horford. That's a strong finish. Fans are pumped. His dad in the stands is pumped. Flexing his muscles. Al Horford with a pivot right over Jalen Smith. Drew the contact as he drew the contact and the shooting elbow and one. Coming up here by Horford. Some big 2 points they just got. Al Horford right now. 9 total points at this moment. Turning back the clock for Big Al Horford. Great sign to see. They got 6 different scores. Entire starting 5 is scored. Eight-point Celtics lead. They keep on shutting down the door so far against the Pacers to begin this game. Indiana's made it close, trying to creep back in, but every single time the Celtics have found a way to put the ball into the bucket and respond. Horford with a free throw, and no good. He missed it off the mark. 8-point game currently. Pacers quick up the floor. Nembhard shovels over to Turner. Throws it down with a right-handed flush with authority. That could be a jolt here for Indiana. Celtics got to be aware of that as we're down to under 8.5 left to go in the second. Horford on the outside. Horford takes the 3. Horford no good off the rim. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched off of Hauser. And Hauser pointing to Mazzulla. We'll see here if the Celtics want to challenge it or no. I believe they will not. Mazzulla is trying to talk to the official right now to see if they will reverse the call on Joe. Thought it was clearly off of Nembhard. Ooh, yeah, that looks like it's off of Nembhard last. Hauser was holding up the wrist of Nembhard, but that looks more like it's, yeah, that left the fingertips of Nembhard last. And it got altered actually off the left side of the fingertips last in Nembhard. So we'll see here if the Celtics do want a challenge or not. They already have taken a challenge, and oh wow, the referees actually met together. They got the call correct. So after initially saying it was Indiana basketball, has now been reversing the Celtics ball. Brown up fake over top and jumper, got the bounce. It's good for 2. That is a tough shot right there by Jaylen Brown in the late contest by Obi Toppin. Top of the key. Halliburton swings it out wide, off to Nembhard with a 3, bricked off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured here by Cordet. White on the floor with Tatum, Holiday, Cordet, and Brown. Entry pass over to Drew Holiday, and he scores. It's good for 2. 47-37. Timeout taken on the floor by Indiana with 8:01 left to go in the second quarter. Celtics on a run once again. Seeing the mismatches, entry pass down low to Drew Holiday. Derek White records the assist. Drew off the turnaround, up and through over Halliburton for the buckets. A lot of great balance tonight here for Boston. 12 points by Jaylen Brown. 9 points by Horford. 8 by Tatum with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Tatum's the top plus-minus on the floor with a plus 12. 8 points off the bench by Pritchard, 5 each between Holiday and White right now in this game. For the Pacers, they're going to need production out of Halliburton. They've only got 3 points tonight on just 2 attempted shots in the first half by Halliburton. So it all depends if Tyrese Halliburton becomes aggressive. They have an opportunity to come on back, but if he's playing like he is, then this is going to stay a double-digit lead for the most part here. Halliburton, 3 points in 10 minutes. Top scorers coming off the bench with Toppin. Toppin's got 11 right now in 8 minutes. 8 points by Miles Turner. 4 each between Siakam and Nesmith, but both are shooting 2 for 5 from the floor right now. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams in the channel. We almost got 300 plus watching right now. The Real Legends MVP is out here on the stream. And I plan on being back tomorrow night as well, covering covering T-Wolves against Mavs tomorrow night for the Western Conference Finals, Game 1. Feel free to join in if you guys would like. That's a half an hour later tomorrow, so that will tip off around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. This game tipped off just slightly after 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Yeah, Celtics got a really, really deep team, and going to be even more deeper when Porzingis comes back and Horford goes back to the bench. Getting the production out of a 37-year-old Al Horford in the final, 2 weeks before he turns 38. I mean, this is awesome right now. 3 straight Eastern Conference Finals appearances in a row for Boston, but they didn't have either Holiday or Porzingis. Both was acquired in the offseason, and these two guys certainly have moved the needle a ton. With the NBA Finals experience with Jrue Holiday, that's going to come in key if the Celtics are able to advance out of the series. And then with a healthy Porzingis, that changes everything. And he's out tonight for Porzingis. He's out for Game 2. But the Celtics are planning on hopefully getting him back sometime this series for Porzingis. Not sure exactly what game just yet. Judy, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Juan in the channel, welcome on board. So, out there is Central Time, so just behind. Yep. Yeah, I'm over in Mass. I'm like an hour south of Boston, where I am. Nine points in 13 minutes so far by Al Horford with a statement block to begin this game, which was reversed on a goaltend. He had an and one a couple minutes ago as well. His dad's in the stands flexing. So we were showing that replay once again. Lob down low, in and out of the hands of Siakam coming back from the timeout. Another Pacers turnover. Holiday collected a steal. Tatum backs his way on Nembhard. That's a mismatch. Tatum gets around Nembhard. Tatum underneath the hoop, circles around, guarded by Siakam now. One-on-one. Tatum on a one-on-one here, working on Siakam. The ball got poked loose from behind, out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. That was the matchup that he wanted, though, working on Nembhard out of all players, getting switched on a smaller guard. Lob goes to Cornet. Shot clock's down to 6 here for the Celtics. 10-point lead. Tatum trying to walk the baseline here, but he gets caught in a turnover. So Jason Tatum pushing off on Obi Toppin, trying to be free. So that was called on Tatum's first personal foul of the game on the offensive foul. Runner missed off the mark, no good for the Pacers. Holiday up the floor, guarded by Nembhard. Over to Brown. Brown backs his way on top, and Brown up fake inside the key. Brown turnaround 15-footer, high arcing shot, missed off the mark, tipped up to Halliburton for the defensive rebound. That's a tough shot that Jaylen Brown took. One that he's confident in doing so, but that time it was very difficult as Turner buries the three open at the top of the key. 47-40 right now. Pacers hanging in. Derek White at the left corner, guarded by Turner, sends it off to Tatum. Tatum outside finds White. White, step back, three in the air. No good. Bricked it off the back rim. Out of bounds. Last touched by Boston. This will be Pacers possession. Edith, welcome in. Thanks for joining in here. Celtics looking good so far. Pacers hanging in right now, though. It's a 12-zip start, so if you're just joining in, Boston led to the first time out 12-0 in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. Turner up over Cornet, and he scores for 2. He tried to posterize Luke Cornet, but was able to get it to drop either way. Peyton Pritchard was in the middle of that inside the low post. Tatum at the top. Turner's got 13 points right now. Tatum drives, backs his way on top and inside the key. Tatum Bounce pass to the right wing over to Pritchard. Lobs it off to Tatum. Tatum's working on top and baseline dribble. Gets right pass. Obi Toppin soars up to the rim. Dunks it in by Tatum. And one coming up at the free throw line. Jason Tatum allowed to drive baseline off the pivot move. Toppin wasn't able to funnel him back into defensive help towards the middle of the floor. Obi Toppin gave up the entire baseline as Jason Tatum off the pivot drove right past him, soared up and dunked it at the rim with a rim shaker for JT. He got an and a one out of that as well. One free throw by Tatum. It is up. It is good. 50-42. Midway through the second, Tatum's got 11 right now. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Turner attacks the rack, throws it down with a two-handed flush. Miles Turner, so explosive. 15 points by him in this game. Cornette dribbles up, drives downhill, right to the rim. There's no defense whatsoever. That's a clear-cut slam dunk downhill with no defense by the Pacers. It allows Luke Cornette to attack the rack. Halliburton, just 2 attempted shots this entire game at the left wing. Halliburton sends it off to Nesmith, 101. Nesmith lobs it down low. Siakam flings it out to the right corner. Nembhard, touch pass. Turner, sidestep to his left. Open 3. Turner buries it. Miles Turner single-handedly keeping Indiana in this game with 18 points. Celtics by 5. Peyton Pritchard on the floor with Jason Tatum, Luke Cornette, Derek White, Jaylen Brown. Top of the key, Tatum flings it off to the corner. That's out of bounds. That's the first big ew of the game as Jason Tatum completely missed the mark off the skip pass. Jerome, welcome in. Thanks for joining in here, bud. 5-point game. Nembhard, turnaround over Pritchard. No good. Bounced off the rim and out. Rebound secured by Cornette. Celtics out of the pack will take a timeout with it. Timeout taken by Joe Mazzola. As we're under 5 minutes left to go before half here. The Pacers closing the gap. 4:58 left to go before halftime. Miles Turner going off for 18 points. Attacking the rim, exploding. It's been huge in this game for Turner. As we will take the timeouts. 18 by Turner, 11 by Toppin. Having a lot of trouble defending the big boys today in this game right now. Turner 7 for 10. Toppin is 5 for 6 right now. It's just Indiana's completely missing guard play. Nembhard just 3 points. Halliburton's only got 3. Halliburton's only attempted 2 shots. He's 1 for 2 so far by Halliburton. So unaggressive start here for Halliburton. Jaylen Brown's going full attack mode to begin this game. 12 points by Brown, 6 for 8 from the floor. Tatum's got 11. Great sign to see the Jays putting in work here in the first half. 9 points by Horford, turning back the clock off the bench. Pritchard's got 8. They got a lot of good balance so far here. And Pacers keeping up on the glass. 13 even for the rebounds. Early on, the Celtics had the rebound number, but it's tied up right now on the rebounds. Boston's going to stop limit the ball movement by Indiana right now if they want to keep on controlling this game here. 16 assists by the Pacers on 20 made shots. Celtics had 15 assists and 21 made shots in this game. Celtics plus 6 points in the paint, 30-24 right now. So Boston has been able to attack and get to the rim. That's been key. The 3 has not been able to work that much. They're 5 for 16 from 3. Now, a lot of the 3s they've taken have been in transition for Boston. They've gone quick up the floor with transition opportunities, trying to push tempo this entire game against the Pacers. And early on, their 3s were not dropping when they went quick in transition for them. But setting the tone, attacking, and getting to the rim. And that's what they're going to have to keep on doing tonight because there's been a lot of open gaps down low. A lot of open driving lanes for the Celtics to finish down inside. What's good, Manny in the channel? Welcome in here. We got right now over 300 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. And if you enjoy the content, feel free to ring the notification bell to be notified for future live streams. For other streams that will go on in the future here on the channel. I plan on being back tomorrow covering T-Wolves against Mavs for game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Yeah, low-key, this Pacers team, really just an under-the-radar team. Above the 8 ball, well ahead of the 8 ball this season for them in terms of their team. And this is a huge momentum builder for them for the future. What's good, Bradley? Welcome back in here, man. Celtics looking to see if they can keep on holding this lead right now. They've held the lead for an entire game. As we're under 5 minutes left to go, it's a 5-point game. Celtics led as many by 12. At one point, they led 12-0. Peyton Pritchard on the floor brings it up. Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Luke Cornett, the 5 of the floor. Tatum's currently in the bench. Holiday at the corner, takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. 55-47. Whenever the Pacers want to come back, the Celtics answer with a big bucket coming back from the timeouts. Pivot inside, no good by Siakam. Got the tip in, the drop over Cornett for the tap in, good for 2. Celtics going to slow it down a little bit more right now. Pritchard crosses the midcourt logo. Siakam's up to 6 for the Pacers. Pritchard gets around Halliburton. Guarded here by Turner. Circles around inside the paint. Pritchard. Bounce pass left corner. Holiday. Step back 3 in the air over Siakam. That's a poor miss as it went off the top of the backboard. And the Pacers collected the rebound. Neesmith up the floor off to Nembhard. Nembhard across the court into the hands to Turner. Halliburton thinking about a step back. Sends it off to Siakam. Off to Halliburton. Up fake. Halliburton pinpoints it open 3, and he makes it. It's a 3-point game. Tyrese Halliburton starting to become aggressive right now. Peyton Pritchard got caught on the up fake out in an island working on Halliburton with the basketball. Brown at the wing, guarded by Neesmith, gets right past Neesmith. Brown, tough shot, flug it up over to Cornett though with a putback. Luke Cornett with a 2-handed flush. 5-point advantage for the Celtics. 3.5 left to go before halftime. Nembhard out on top off the Turner. Up fake. Kick out to the corner. Late on the closeout was White, and Nembhard splashes the 3. Celtics not back defensively enough. There's Derek White too late in the closeout. It's now a 2-point game. 3:10 left to go before half. Peyton Pritchard slows down tempo once again. Guarded by Halliburton. Screen set by Brown. Pritchard dribbles up to the elbow. Out to the top here to Brown. Brown's guarded by Halliburton 101. Brown. Free throw circle. Backs his way to Halliburton. Inside the key. Jumper. Double clutch. No good. Missed off the front rim. A rebound controlled by Indiana. Holiday in the hustle play. Trying to save it. Loose ball. Siakam. Battle for the loose ball. Somehow comes away with it. Over to the cutting Aaron Neesmith. And he throws it down for the 2-handed jam. It's a tie game. 57-57. Celtics have never trailed tonight. Looking to avoid that. Pritchard outside off the Brown. Jab step at the right wing. 12 of the shot clock. 2.5 left to go in the game clock before halftime. Jaylen Brown backs his way on Nembhard. Brown inside the key. Brown up fake jumper on a rainbow. And he got it. It's good for 2 by Jaylen Brown. 59-57. 2:15 left to go before halftime. Pacers with a possession. Brown's got 14. At the top, Halliburton. That's going to be an offensive foul. Picked up charge to Indiana. Going to be committed by Miles Turner. Miles Turner commits the offensive foul. As this will go right back over to the Celtics. Derek White trying to get around that screen. Rammed right into a brick of a body with Miles Turner. Yeah, there's barely been any fouls in this game. Tatum has 1. Horford has 1. White swings it outside. Horford back of the floor. Takes the 3. Bricked it off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Turner. 5 of the floor look like this for the Celtics. Brown, Tatum, Holiday, Horford, and White. Neesmith slicing defenders to the cup. Ties it up at 59. Celtics have led this entire game. It's just Boston just getting out-hustled last couple minutes here, allowing the Pacers to come back in. Straight up getting out-hustled for loose balls that the Pacers have battled for for a lot. Lob down low. Tatum flings it out to the corner. Horford dribbles up inside the key. And Tatum underneath the hoop as White will float up the runner. White gets fouled, and White will shoot 2 shots here coming up at the line. For the Pacers, 1 personal foul each between Turner, Nembhard, and off the bench with Shepherd. So, yeah, barely anybody's got a foul in this game here. It's barely been any free throws right now. Pacers just 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Celtics will have 2 shots here with Derek White. As a team, they are right now 5 for 6 at the line. First one by White is good. $60-59. Derek White was red hot in that first round series against the Heat. He cooled off against the Cavs, though. 20% less shooting for him. He shot the ball 58% in the opening series against Miami. Just 38% shooting from the floor during the Cavs series. 2 free throws were good. 61-59 right now. 7 points by Derek White. Nembhard sends it off to Halliburton. Rises for the jumper. Looking for the tie. He's got it. 61-61 as Derek White took a shot underneath the hoop. Able to get up, and he is all right. Able to jog off. Looks like he's fine for White. Maybe a little bit of pain he must be in. That's in 21 assists right now for the Pacers. Brown attacks the rack. Missed the layup. Uncharacteristic miss. Here comes the Pacers in the final minute. They got all the momentum right now heading into halftime. They trail 12-0 to begin this game. Halliburton guarded by Horford at the right wing perimeter. 45 seconds left to go before halftime. Halliburton step back 3 in the air over Horford. No good. Missed off the rim short. Rebound control by Tatum. White at the top jacks up the 3. That is a poor shot selection. He missed it off the rim short. Offensive rebound control by Horford though. At the wing, it's Brown. Brown with 8 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown under 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Jaylen fires the pass to the top. White, step back 3 in the air. Top of the key that time, and he buries it. Derek White, bang, bang, and a laser. Right down the chute, makes it a 3-point lead for the Celtics. 12 seconds left to go before half. Derek White in double figures with 10. Pacers with a final possession before halftime. 6 seconds. Halliburton dribbles up, and the Celtics give a foul with 6.2. So 6.2 seconds left to go as Boston will commit a reach and foul. Up by 3. Drew Holiday reaches in. And Indiana will have to reset their offense here for the final 6.2 seconds before half. Front court near the TD Garden logo on the far side. Nembhard, the inbound passer. Across the floor, sends it off to Turner into the hands to Halliburton. 3 seconds, Halliburton from the logo. Oh, he hits it! 38-footer by Tyrese Halliburton at the midcourt logo. Bang, bang with a 1.8 seconds left to go before halftime. Celtics did not bother pressuring the ball. Inbound, Horford, half-court 3 at the buzzer. Sails off the top of the shot clock. And we close out a tie game here at halftime. Pacers with all the momentum right now after they trailed down by double digits. Tyrese Halliburton able to become aggressive, getting a good version for him tonight. He's got 11 points. Most of those points coming in the final 5 minutes before half as he jacks up a ridiculous 38-footer over Derek White, who was not able to contest in time. Gave him at least 5 feet of real estate. 2 quarters in the books, and the Celtics have to tighten up their defense. It was an excellent start for Boston in the first couple minutes in this game, but they've lost that defensive intensity that they started ever since they started off with a big lead. Just haven't been able to get that defensive intensity back to them right now. $64-64. Who's going to let Steph Curry 2.0 burn you right there? That looked like a Steph Curry type of shot for sure. And Tyrese Halliburton, just too good. That's what I was saying in the pregame. If the Celtics want to win this game, they got to be just able to eliminate and be able to limit Tyrese Halliburton as much as possible. They did not do that in the final 5 minutes. And that allowed Indiana to creep back in after trailing by double digits. And boom, just like that, we get a tie game. 18 by Turner. 11 by Halliburton, 11 off the bench by Toppin. Those are the three guys in double figures right now at halftime for the Pacers. Celtics have three guys as well in double figures. 14 by Brown, 11 by Tatum, 10 by White at the moment. This game has got no defense to it. 64-64 going into half, and both of these teams are just shredding each other up and down the floor, pushing in the first quarter. The second quarter, the Celtics started to slow down the basketball more, but once that happened, the Celtics started to miss more shots. And that's what happened there. They started to slow down the ball, allow the Pacers to finally get back defensively, and it started to miss more shots for Boston. But the Pacers, they're shooting the ball. They shot the ball 78% at halftime in the last game against the Knicks. Tonight, they're 59% going into the half for Indiana. The ball movement's just been incredible for the Pacers. 22 assists on 27 made field goals in this game for Indiana. 17 assists for the Celtics on 25 made field goals right now. Celtics are plus 4 points in the paint, 34-30. They lead the fast break points 11-7. That's a key because the Pacers thrive upon those fast break points. For the most part, they've been able to take control of the basketball and limit the turnovers. They got just 5 turnovers for Boston, 8 turnovers by Indiana, but a lot of those turnovers were early on in the game, setting the tempo for the Celtics. Celtics were able to rack up a good chunk of those turnovers that they forced were steals to begin the game, including the first one to set the tone of today's game. But Indiana showing that they are not soft for sure, that they were able to battle back, and this is a resilient Pacer squad that they have right here. Deep team, a lot of good players that's able to work together on this roster and getting the most out of them during this playoffs. Whatever, Miles Turner has gone and attacked the rim and attacked the rack and been explosive. That jolt's a new start for Indiana, really gets their team going. The Celtics got to be aware of that. Whenever that happens, prepare for a run, potentially, that the Pacers have. And you better not be on the backside of the scoreboard below what Indiana has, because you have to be aware that a run could potentially start there whenever Miles Turner starts to just get to the rim and attack the rack and soar up for a dunk. So right now we're just at halftime. If you're new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. What's good, everybody? Buffy in the stream. Jebby, welcome aboard. And got a lot of Pacers fans actually pouring in right now. Feel free to hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here? Celtics or Pacers? Celtics lead the poll right now. 64 to 36%, so make sure to vote in that poll. I'm kind of shocked because it seems like we actually have a lot more Pacers fans in the chat currently, but the poll is tilting towards Celtics heavy right now. Yeah, Red Sox have been like a 500 team, like back and forth, but I didn't expect like a ton from them this year. And Pacers are actually +1 in the glass, and whenever they had plus rebounds against the Knicks, they won those games. Whenever they were negative minus on the glass, then they would lose those games hard. And right now they're competing. And both of these teams are able to get to the rim, like points in the paint shows, 34 to 30. It's just the Celtics with a 3 ball, they're just not finding it right now. 7 for 22 from 3. Jason, what's good here, man? It's been here for a while. Just getting caught up in the chat. Glad to have you back in here, brother. Yeah, one point in this playoffs, I believe it was in the middle of that Heat series, once they lost against the Heat in Game 2, they were 15-15, dating back to 2021 at home. This is a must-win for the Celtics here, because you got to start off in the right foot. Boston is 2-0 in game ones. Pacers are 0-2 in game ones for them on the road. You got to start off in the right foot. This is a home court advantage right here for the Celtics, but things started off well. It's just kind of shocked by the way that they're defending Indiana, that they're giving up a lot of open shots recently. Right now, they have to tighten up their defense. Yes, I'm hoping to cover the Wolves against Mavs tomorrow. So feel free to join in tomorrow if you like Chloe. Anastasia, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Celtics rely heavily upon the threes, and they're just not finding it right now. That was my concern going into today's game because they had 6 days off. And when you have that amount of rust, not able to find their threes, and for a deep team like the Pacers, doesn't seem like a Game 7 fatigue has hit them at all. Usually with other teams, Game 7 fatigue hits you. But with the Pacers, they've gone 10 guys deep for Indiana in this game. It hasn't hit them for Game 7 fatigue for them. So the Pacers have gone through a rotation of 10 guys so far. Celtics have only gone through an 8-man rotation right now. They played Hauser, Cornette, and Pritchard off the bench for Boston. So, yeah, I know a lot of people have talked about how deep the Celtics are when they're missing Porzingis. But here's the thing. This Pacers team is very, very deep with their rotation. And they're missing Benedict Mathurin for them. So they've gone through 10 different players so far this game, rotating the guys in and out for Indiana. And it has paid off the bench. They got 15 bench points. 11 of those bench points have been through Obi Toppin so far. Celtics have 12 points off the bench. Peyton Pritchard with 8. Luke Cornette with 4. What's good, Vegas? Welcome back on the stream here, man. Hope things are going well. Oh, wow. So, Woj reports Porzingis could return by Game 4. So, Porzingis last played on April 29th. Game 4. So, today's the 21st. 23rd is Game 2. 25th is Game 3. Game 4 is the 27th. So, Game 4 at Indiana is on Memorial Day, next Monday. So, 6 days from now, Porzingis could potentially be coming back. So Celtics optimistic that Porzingis could come back for Game 4 on Memorial Day next Monday. And that's obviously huge for Porzingis to come back because they're missing that key rim protection for them. And they're struggling today defending inside the paint. Like, the Celtics have gunted whatever they wanted with a layup line down low to the rim. But Indiana, they've also gunted what they want. In this series, all depends right now who's going to make the adjustments defensively. And I have to say, the Pacers are the deeper team, in my opinion. I know we like to talk about Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, the impacts that they make once Porzingis comes back. Al Horford will be able to come off the bench unless Porzingis starts coming back and playing a minutes restriction for him, depending on how his minutes are going to be calculated and distributed to begin once he comes back, since it's going to be a full month. And it all determines on how he comes back as well. If he's going to come back cold, I would imagine he would come back rusty because he hasn't played basketball in a full month. It takes time to build up for Porzingis. So, yeah, I saw below ESPN, yep, the headline just popped up. It's on the bottom of the screen. ESPN, Porzingis could return by Game 4. ESPN's Woj reports Porzingis last played on April 29th. He could make a return on Game 4. So Game 4 is Memorial Day next Monday, 6 days from now. That's May 29th. What's good, Dr. Leopard Gecko in the street? Welcome in. Yeah, this was not a close game to begin. The Pacers were trailing 12-0 to begin this game for Indiana. They shot the ball 0 for 5, their first 5 shots from the floor. And they have tied it right now. That was the largest lead, by the way, to the first time out. The Celtics led right out of the gate 12-0. That's why you have to play the full 48. Like, if if anybody was out there saying that the Celtics were going to just crush the Pacers that during the first time out, that is just pure stupidity, because we saw it during the last game. What happened to the Nuggets? They were up by 20, they blew the lead, and they lost by double digits. It happened so many times. I remember 3 years ago, the game that Ben Simmons blew the slam dunk, and Philadelphia lost in Game 7 to the Hawks. The ultimate choke, I called that game. I termed it the ultimate choke. It was a 26-point blown lead. I've seen crazy things happen. I've seen a 30-point blown lead by this Celtics team this season against the Hawks back in March. It's crazy things have happened this year. From a 5-point lead by the Sixers evaporate to an 8-zip run to close out the game for the Knicks in the first round. The crazy things have happened. Crazy things have happened this year. And there's been so many more comebacks this year than any year in the history of the NBA. Yeah, that's going to be one heck of a series there with the Mavs and T-Wolves. Dallas is by far miles improved from where they were back in the first half of the year. I've got Celtics and T-Wolves for my prediction in the finals, but some of these people are like absolutely just out of their minds. Like, they think that the Celtics, if they face the Mavs in the finals, a lot of people think that the Celtics are going to sweep the Mavs because Boston went 2-0 against Dallas and won both of those games rather easily in the regular season, but I don't see that. I do not see that, because Dallas is miles improved from where they were in the first half of the year. Celtics played them twice when they had Grant Williams. Grant Williams was a detriment to that team, and then he got traded away from Dallas. They picked up P.J. Washington, and P.J. Washington has made them just miles better from where they were during the first half of the year. And then other guys were able to step up huge as well. And yeah, this is one I could potentially see this going to a deep series, because historically the teams that the Celtics have struggled against the past are the better offensive units that they faced. And Indiana's got the number one team in total offense this season in scoring for Indiana. So last year, they faced kind of a similar opponent in the first round with Atlanta. Atlanta was more of a score-heavy first team as well, and the Hawks took them to 6 last season. The Pacers got the depth for sure to match the Celtics, and in my opinion, I honestly think Indiana's the deeper team for them. This is a good series to test Boston, because they have been playing more defensive-minded teams, whereas this is a complete flip-flop adjustment from what they've had, where they've had 2 defensive-minded teams that would slow down the ball more. This Pacers team's going to come right at you, and they've done that so far. 59% shooting for Indiana. They trailed by 12, and now they tied it up at halftime. The Pacers, the key for them, 22 total assists on 27 made shots from the floor to begin this game. We're about to start off the third quarter. If you're new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Celtics looking to tighten up defensively in half number 2. This is going to be a telling third quarter for sure, as we're about to begin the third quarter of action. Boston white jerseys here at their home floor. Green numbers, green letters. Celtics going left to right on the floor. Indiana, yellow jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. Pacers going right to left as the Celtics have the ball off the inbound. Horford on the floor with Tatum, Brown, Holiday in the white. Tatum jumper to baseline, missed off the mark, no good. A rebound secured here for Halliburton. Halliburton on the floor, and Neesmith, Siakam, Turner, and Nembhard. Pacers have yet to lead this game. Looking to see if they can change that. Indiana with the ball. Tyrese Halliburton's got 11. Most of those points scored in the second part of the second quarter. Halliburton drives right to the cup. He scores. Up and then off the backboard. There's no defense whatsoever right there by the Boston Celtics. They should be ashamed of themselves. That defense belongs straight up in North Korea. What a terrible start for Boston, and they turn it over down the far side of the floor. This is the biggest of big U's right now for the Boston Celtics, not playing any sort of defense and then turning it over in their next possession. This is horrendous stuff here for the Celtics. Gotta change this real fast. Bad start to the third quarter. Pacers just took their first lead of the game. Halliburton in the front court will be the inbound passer. Inbound goes to Turner. Bounce pass over to Siakam. Drives inside the key. Blocked by Horford. Same exact thing that Horford did on possession number 2 to start off the first quarter. He does on possession number 2 in the third quarter. Corner 3. Bricked off the back rim and a wide open 3 missed by Derek White. A rebound secure by Indiana. Pacers with possession. Nembhard into the hands to Siakam. Dribbles back out to the perimeter off to Halliburton. Halliburton guarded at the TD Garden logo. Gets around Jaylen Brown. Takes the 3 and makes the 3 from downtown. Jaylen Brown and his back turned to the basketball. That's the biggest of big U's. With his eyes going behind his back. Couldn't even see Halliburton jacking up the open 3 at him all but jumbled. Horford buries the 3. 69-67. They've got that production on a Big Al Horford tonight in this game for the Celtics. Jumper, 15-footer. Siakam rattled out. White collects the defensive rebound. Horford, 12 total points. The number 2 scorer behind Brown. He's got 16. Brown inside the key. Brown with a right hand. Scoop score. Up and in off the backboard. It's good for 2. 69-69. What a score we got right now, as we are even at 69 apiece in this game. In game 1 of the playoffs is a turnover by Turner. 3-on-1 up the floor. Tatum attacks the rack and he scores. No longer at 69. They get 71. 7-zip run by the Celtics in a 48-second clip, and a timeout taken in the floor by the Pacers. Miles Turner flung it to the wrong player, intercepted at the top of the key by Drew Holiday, and the Celtics gonna make the Pacers pay with that turnover. It's a 2-point Celtics lead to the first timeout in the third. Celtics were making sure they shook off that 69 as much as possible, and they were quick to get up to 71. 16 by Brown, 13 by Tatum, 12 by Horford. Horford that's missed 6 threes, though, and just 2 for 8 from the perimeter. 10 points by Derek White. If the threes are dropping, then the Celtics would be able to extend this lead. They are not. White had a pretty good look from the corner, bricked the 3. Horford has missed 6 threes and has only made 2. He made his last 3, though, for Horford. Celtics are just 8 for 24 from 3 at 33%. Pacers are stroking it at a great clip from 3 at 56% from the perimeter. Right now, 9 for 16 from downtown. Gonna limit Tyrese Halliburton as much as possible. If you're the Celtics, he's got 16 right now and 4 for 6 from 3. 6 for 9 from the floor. Tyrese Halliburton is red hot. He is feeling it. What a battle. If you're new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I plan on being back tomorrow night covering covering T-Wolves against Mavs. Nuggets got eliminated against the T-Wolves. Western Conference Finals tomorrow night between the T-Wolves and the Mavs. Feel free to join in if you guys would like. This is one of these games right now that the Celtics are going to have to learn how to win close games. The downfall of the Boston Celtics this season has been not making enough coaching adjustments and crunch time offense. Those are the two things. If the Celtics do not win the chip, then we're going to look back at this playoffs and see that Joe Mazzulla is probably going to be the one that gets blamed, plus crunch time offense Final 5 minutes left to go in a one-possession game. How do you respond? And for the Celtics, this is an opportunity to do what works for you, what you're comfortable with, and grow the lead. Grow the lead if you're Boston, because you are uncomfortable with winning close games, and you're going to have to learn how to do that. And learning how to do that is being a part of those games, responding to the critics that you're able to win those games, and finally learn from your mistakes in the past and be able to flip those mistakes into wins in the biggest moments of them all. And right now you start off the Eastern Conference Finals, third year in a row that you're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and looking to make it back to the NBA Finals after you didn't do so last year. And we could have a game that goes right down to the wire tonight. And the Celtics going to see if they can start to seize control like they've always seemed to do in the final 8-9 minutes in the fourth quarter. But this Pacers team, I got to say, they are different. They play a 10-man rotation for the Pacers. They're deeper than Boston, and usually with a deeper team, that's not going to happen so easy right now. They're able to spread the minutes, rotate the minutes, and they got a lot of players who's coming out here fresh. No 7-game disadvantage for this team in the playoffs, as Aaron Nesmith fumbles the basketball, turns it over, coming back from the timeout inside the key. Brown backs his way at the right block. That's the 10th turnover for Indiana. That's what's costing Indiana right now. The Celtics with multiple steals. That's a bad pass by White, results in the turnover. Halliburton picks off the pass, steals it away. Jumper, right block. Nembhard cashes it in for 2. How is it that wide open? Andrew Nembhard with a wide open 2. We're tied 71 even. And the Celtics bury the 3 right back in transition. 74-71, Nembhard attacks the rack, gets fouled. He'll have 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. Boston making a quick 3. Drew Holiday finding himself double figures now for Drew. Oh, he has got 11. Off of the made shot by Drew just a moment ago. Hit the 3-point shot. Under 9 minutes left to go. Turner attacks the rack once again with a 2-handed flush. So they did not give Nembhard the two free throws. They let the possession be able to go off the inbound here. And Turner just made another slam dunk. He's got 20 for the Celtics. You got to be aware of that. That there's the momentum plus for Indiana. Indiana's looking to get on the run right now. Tatum draws a double team out to the top. Holiday attacks inside the paint. Skip pass. Right corner 3. Horford no good. Bricked it off the mark. Al Horford an open 3, 2 for 9 from the perimeter today in this game. Halliburton, guarded by Brown, sends it off to the left wing to Nembhard. Nembhard, left baseline dribble off to Siakam. The Celtics are only 9 for 26 from 3-point range. Jumper inside the key. It's good for 2 by Miles Turner. Absolute monster indeed in this game. He's got 22. Pacers by 1. Battle to the finish as we're down to under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Horford at the left wing, sends it on top to White, lobs it off the free throw circle to Tatum. Tatum, jumper at the elbow. Tatum got it. Oh, the mismatch for 2 right over Nembhard for the J. 76-75, able to hunt down this matchup. That's one that usually bricks, but he's able to connect on it that time. Halliburton at the right wing, takes the 3 over White. Halliburton bricked off the back rim, and the rebound gets collected by Jaylen Brown. Tatum on the floor with Holiday, Horford, Brown, and White. Tatum guarded by Nembhard, 1-on-1. Tatum backs his way, right elbow. Tatum 1-on-1 working on Nembhard. Tatum one up. Tatum got stripped. Tatum got fouled. And Tatum will have 2 coming up here, I believe, at the free throw line with 7:28 left to go in the third. As Andrew Nembhard is the guilty party, he picks up the shooting foul. Tatum will have 2 free throw shots coming up. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Jason Tatum starting to take off currently. He's got 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Game-opening steal to begin. First free throw is no good, missed off the front rim. Wensjoy, welcome in. Cass in the channel, welcome on board. Yeah, this game is too early to predict right now. It's been back and forth, back and forth. Looked like the Celtics were going to run away with it to begin. They had a 12-zip start, but after that, both of these teams have been trading buckets with one another. Going to come down to who can win in crunch time tonight. Celtics going to prove it to the nation that they can win these games in crunch time. Missed an open 3 by Siakam. A rebound secured by the Celtics here. Holiday Up the floor at the right wing. Holiday's guarded by Halliburton one-on-one. So we're approaching 7 minutes left to go. Holiday backs his way into Halliburton. Drew inside the key, puts it up. He gets blocked by Neesmith. It's not clean, though, and Holiday will shoot 2 free throws. So 2 shots coming up here by Drew Holiday at the free throw line. Celtics start to get more frequent free throw opportunities here. Boston, as a team, 7 for 9 on free throws. Pacers have only gone to the free throw line once. They're a perfect 2 for 2. First shot's good by Holiday. Makes the free throw. Top Runner, welcome in. Thanks for joining in here from Trinidad. Garfield in the street, welcome in. This meant a really good game right now. Andrew Nembhard checks out towards the bench. TJ McConnell comes in for Indiana. Second free throw by Holiday, right down the middle. 79-75, Celtics by 4. Pacers with possession. Celtics 10 for 12 on free throws right now, and they lost it with the Pacers. Turnover by Toppin. Brown, Eurostep. Brown goes up. He gets fouled. Working on McConnell at the rim. So this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for Jaylen Brown. Down to 6:53 left to go in the third. We got a battle right to the finish here, folks. Yeah, we got 300 plus watching right now. If you're new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You guys, the absolute legends, MVPs out here on the channel. And feel free to let us know out in the chat who you guys like to win this game here, Celtics or Pacers. Jaylen Brown buries the first free throw. 5-point advantage for the Celtics right now. Starting to attack the rack and get to the free throw line. Second free throw here by Brown. It is up and no good. Rattled out, tipped off the glass by Holiday directly to Turner, who collected the defensive rebound. Celtics have missed 3 free throws right now. Neesmith at the wing, up fake guarded by White, sends it on top off to McConnell. McConnell switched to guarded by Derek White at the top. Into the hands to Halliburton. 10 on the shot clock. Halliburton drives on Holiday. Over to a Neesmith. Neesmith lowers the boom. That's going to be an offensive foul. Aaron Neesmith lowers the shoulder right into Drew Holiday. Holiday takes the charge. The Celtics going to get this basketball back. Celtics with a ball off the offensive foul coming by Neesmith. That's the 12th turnover of the game by the Pacers. 7 turnovers by the Celtics. Tatum at the right corner. Tatum's guarded by Turner 101. Tatum now at the right wing perimeter 101. Dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside. We get a foul. Picked up here, and this was on the floor, I believe, or was it on the shot, according to the officials. 6:18 left to go in the third. And this will actually send Tatum to the free throw line. Wow, so he made the bucket. But they did not count as an and one, and the free throw was missed at the line by Tatum. Okay, so they gave him a, I believe that was a defensive 3 seconds technical. Yeah, Tatum got the free throw. It was a defensive 3 seconds technical foul committed by Aaron Neesmith inside the paint, hovering for too long. So the Celtics get the inbound. Tatum missed the free throw. Top of the key. Tatum jacks up the 3. Swoosh! Bang, bang. Jason Tatum sizzles the triple. 83-75. 9-zip run in the last 2 minutes plus for Boston. McConnell's pass broken up out of bounds off the shoe of Brown. Celtics started to hit the gas pedal right now. 9-0 run as we are down to the midway part of this third quarter. Pacers get the inbound. Shepard, his pass bobbled by Toppin, out of bounds. 13th turnover by the Pacers. The turnovers wrecking Indiana. Just 7 total turnovers by the Celtics. Doing a much better job than the previous playoffs. Taking care of the basketball. Holiday shovels underneath, and Cornette got it stripped. Last one off of Indiana. Jason Tatum in the zone. 19 points. Just made his first 3 tonight. He's only attempted 3 threes. He's 1 for 3 from the perimeter. Jason Tatum, 19 leading the way. Really good balance for the Celtics in this game. Turner's got 20, leading the way for the Pacers. Dump off White. Underneath over to Cornette. Couldn't finish. So close. But he'll have 2 shots coming up here at the line. Good dump off by Derek White. Underneath. Luke Cornett so close to being an and one. Oh man, so close to finishing. Ben Shepherd going up too early. Cornett's very close right there, but couldn't finish. 2 free throws. First one's good by Cornett. Isaiah Jackson will check into the game here for Indiana. Gray, welcome in here, bud. Thanks for joining in from the Philippines. Second shot at the free throw line by Luke Cornett. It is up. It is no good. Around the rim and out. Rebound control by Toppin. 9-point advantage for Boston. Boston will be in a bonus the next time as we have a loose ball foul. Picked up in a backcourt charge to the Celtics here. And Pacers yet to be in a bonus. Or no, actually they're going to call it on Drew Holiday. Not a foul according to the officials, actually. They're going to call it an lane violation on Holiday. So Drew Holiday stepped too early inside the key, and now they'll do a jump ball at the midcourt logo. So Drew Holiday got called in a lane violation as he stepped over the block too early. And this will be a jump ball at the half-court logo between Turner and Cornett. Nobody's in foul trouble in this game. Tatum's got 2, Holiday's got 2 for personal fouls, but a lot of players have either 0 or 1. Nobody's got 3 right now. Halliburton at the left wing. He's guarded by White 101. 15 on the shot clock as the Pacers were able to win the jump ball. Halliburton drives, floats the pass right wing. Nesmith takes the 3, and he gets rejected. Jaylen Brown blocks his former teammate Aaron Nesmith. Goes out of bounds. It was last touch by Nesmith. Oh, that's a huge block right there by Jaylen. Oh, baby buddy. Jaylen Brown stuffing his former teammate. Sending that shot all the way to the front row of the seats. You pay some big bucks, over $1,000 for those courtside seats. You got one with a souvenir off of that block. Missed shot straight away by Holiday. Rebound secured here by Indiana. McConnell dribbles up to the right wing perimeter. He's guarded by Brown 101 at the top. Turner. Hand off Halliburton. Launches up a 3. No good off the rim. A rebound secured by Tatum. Celtics with a chance to go up by double digits. Tatum, spin move, crossing the midcourt logo. Tatum dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside. He scores, up and in off the backboard. And 1 coming up at the free throw line for Jason Tatum. Celtics by 11. Chance to tie their largest lead of the game, coming up with 4:50 remaining in the third quarter. Boston on an 11-zip run. Louie in the stream, welcome back in here, man. Jungle Pitbull, thanks for joining in. Jason Tatum taking it the distance as he was fouled by Nesmith. We'll have a free throw coming up here at the line for Tatum. Timeout taken to the floor by Indiana. 86-75 with 4:50 left. Celtics on the run right now. Jason Tatum up to 21 currently. He's got 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. 17 by Jaylen Brown to go along with 2 steals in the block. 13 points by Drew Holiday. He's got 3 steals alongside 6 assists. 12 by Horford with 2 blocks. It's been a block fest recently with some good defensive plays. 10 by Derek White. Good balance inside the starting 5. Everybody in double figures. 8 off the bench by Pritchard. 5 by Cornett off the bench. And for Indiana, 20 points by Miles Turner. 16 by Halliburton. It's been those 2 recently. Obi Toppin in the big first half, but hasn't been able to score ever since. 11 points by Toppin right now in the first 12 minutes of court time for him tonight. McConnell's got 4. But tough game by Nesmith today. Former Celtics player Aaron Nesmith, just 8 points against his former team. 4 turnovers. Aaron Nesmith, 8 points, 4 made field goals, 4 turnovers. And then Pascal Siakam, who's had an excellent playoffs for him. He's only got 8 points as well today and 4 for 11 shooting. And I'd say Pascal Siakam's an X factor in this series if he can start to go off, but we have yet to see that so far today by Siakam. And then Nembhard's got 8 himself. But, yeah, Nesmith's committed almost a quarter of the turnovers for the Pacers. 4 out of the 13 turnovers right now. And then 3 turnovers by Turner. They got 13 turnovers. Celtics with 7. So foul trouble looks like this. For the Celtics, 2 personal fouls each between Jrue Holiday and Jason Tatum. Everybody else is either 1 or 0. And then for the Pacers, 2 personal fouls by Aaron Nesmith. Everybody else has 1 or 0. Big run. Celtics started to hit the groove right now. We got 300 plus here on the channel. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you'd like to come on back for future live streams. Ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel to be a part of. What a game right now. Yeah, Celtics have missed some free throws recently for them. And Pacers have only gone to the free throw line once, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Celtics right now are 12 for 16 at the free throw line, so they're 75% shooting at the free throw line. They've had worse games than this, but still not their best for Boston. Like to see that number above 80% for them. And Tatum's missed 2 free throws. He's 4 for 6 right out the free throw line. He's going to get 1 here for the and 1 for Tatum. And the free throw is good. So Boston leads by 12. This is tied for the largest lead of the game, 87-75. 2 timeouts remaining for the Pacers. Celtics with 4 timeouts remaining. Out to the right corner. Nesmith, right baseline dribble. Gives it off the Toppin. Dribbles back out. Hand off to Halliburton. Bounce pass off the roll down. Toppin scores the layup. The left hand able to float it up off the glass and good. Working his way downhill on Luke Cornett. Brown at the left wing, guarded by Siakam. 5 on the floor look like this. Jaylen Brown, Jrue Holiday, Jason Tatum, Luke Cornett, Peyton Pritchard. Bounce pass. Brown to the left corner. Wide open 3. Jrue Holiday. Bang, bang on a laser. Knocks down a triple. Largest lead of the game for the Celtics, up by 13. Approaching 4 minutes left to go in the third. Jrue Holiday just so beneficial when he's playing a great offensive game. 16 right now by Holiday. Missed 3 by Halliburton. Ripped away in the rebound by Tatum. Up the floor off the Brown. Got intercepted though by Halliburton on the hustle play. Sent towards the scores table. Quarter 3. Toppin. No good off the mark. That was actually T.J. McConnell who came up with a steal. McConnell jumper mid-range. Came off the rim short. Siakam. No good. Flung it off the glass. McConnell. Another offensive rebound. Finally able to get one in the third offensive rebounds. 11-point lead for Boston. 3.5 left to go in the third quarter. Brown weaves his way right past Halliburton. Met here by Siakam at the left baseline. Flings the pass down low. Open for the buckets. Jrue Holiday. Nobody on him. Cutting to the hoop. He scores for the easy 2. 13 up once again for the Celtics. McConnell, left baseline dribble off to Nesmith. Smith shovels out to the left wing. Toppin, touch pass, left corner Siakam. Bricked another shot, just not his game tonight by Pascal Siakam. Off the mark, and Tatum collects another defensive rebound. 22 points, 8 rebounds now for Tatum. 4 assists and a steal. Tatum at the left wing, dribbles up to the left elbow. Guarded by his forward teammate Nesmith, 101. Tatum, 8 on the shot clock. Backs his way inside the key. Tatum over Nesmith. Tatum no good. Ripped away by Nesmith for the defensive rebound. Nesmith up the floor. Kick out to the corner into the hands of the Toppin. Toppin drives, ball fake, shovels Siakam. Attacks the rack with a 2-handed dunk. 92-81. 2:38 left to go. Joe Mazzulla will burn a timeout. Celtics down to 3 timeouts remaining. As we will take the timeout here, and Boston leads by 11. Game 4. It looks likely that Porzingis will be back. Okay, so we take the timeout right now. Boston entire starting 5 in double figures. Jason Tatum been an excellent version of Jason Tatum tonight. 22 points, the top plus on the floor, plus 16 for Jason Tatum. 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He's been a double-double machine in these playoffs. Jaylen Brown with 17. 5 assists, just 1 turnover tonight by Jaylen. 18 points by Jrue Holiday. Just been amazing by Jrue. 4 made threes, 6 for 10 from the floor. Incredible acquisition indeed. And he's got 6 assists and 3 steals for Jrue Holiday Just the heart of a champion, an NBA champion with the Bucks back in 2021, and just moving the needle a ton. Acquired in the offseason, and I can say a big thank you to Milwaukee shipping him over to Portland. Big thank you to the Trailblazers for that trade with Time Lord and Malcolm Brogdon getting Drew Holiday. And Drew Holiday been excellent once again tonight. It's been awesome. Plus 13 on the floor by Drew, 18.6 assists, 3 steals. Celtics by 11. Jaylen Brown with a monster block denying Nesmith earlier on in this quarter. Whole crowd erupted with a Jaylen Brown block. Celtics electric tonight. We come back to the timeout. 11-point lead for Boston. They were only trailing by once. They trailed by 2 at one point. 66-64. Brown with a bad turnover. Intercepted by Halliburton. Halliburton up the floor. Had it slip from his hands out of bounds. Last touched off a Hauser though. It's going to stay Pacers possession. It's a hard landing as well inside the key. One of the things I was thinking about today, looking at this series, was that Tyrese Halliburton, I believe he actually injured himself back in early January against the Celtics on January 6th, I believe, at the beginning part of the series. That was a hard fall off the jump stop he took, but good to see that Halliburton's okay. Inbound off to Ben Shepherd, into the hands to Toppin at the left elbow. Handoff goes to McConnell. McConnell turns the corner, drives on Hauser. That's terrible defense by Hauser. Open layup scored by McConnell. 92-81. Hauser tried to gamble, go after the steal, couldn't set his feet. Keep McConnell out in front. McConnell blew right past him and scored the open 2. 8 points off the bench by McConnell. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third. Pritchard guarded by Shepherd at the left wing. Pritchard towards his right top of the key. Switched here, guarded by Nesmith. Flings it off to Horford, into the hands to Hauser. Comes off the screen, dribbles, takes the 3, and Sam Hauser is not him. He airballs it. Sam Hauser needs to be substituted out immediately. There's guys that's him. There's guys that's not him, and Sam Hauser is definitely not him. Right now, 92-83, 9-point game. McConnell, he is him. Hand off to Nesmith, dribbles towards his left, into the hands to Siakam. Siakam, not him today until now, makes the layup. 92-84, he's somebody that can redeem himself. 92-85 right now. He can redeem himself for Siakam. He's had an excellent playoffs. From the TD Garden N logo, Pritchard, no good, missed the mark. Rebound secured by Indiana. Final minute 15 left to go in the third. Nesmith, open 3. Laser beam, he's got it. Bang, bang for the Pacers. 92-88. It's only a 4-point game. That's poor defense. Holiday spots up, takes the 3. Off the rim, no good. Turned out to be a 3-point shooting contest. Boston has to get back to attacking the rack. Brown comes up with an offensive rebound, and he got fouled. Jaylen Brown will shoot 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. Celtics going to get back to what's working out for them, and it's going inside, getting 2s. They have not shot the ball well from 3 today. They're 11 for 32 from 3. The 3s will come, just hasn't been their day today from the perimeter. 2 shots here by Jaylen Brown. First one, yikes, no good. Missed the free throw. Missed free throw in a home game. Jaylen Brown missed the first one. Brooklyn and Fee on the stream. Welcome in. The second free throw here by Jaylen Brown. Right down the middle. 5-point advantage for the Celtics. 93-88. Final minute left to go in the third quarter. Boston has left 5 points off the scoreboard. That's the difference between a 10-point game and a 5-point game right now. They're 14 for 19 at the free throw line. McConnell at the top of the key, guarded by Holiday. McConnell drives, working on Pritchard now. Out to the top here. Here's a 3. Shepherd off the rim, no good. A rebound snagged down by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown falling in the backcourt. He'll have 2 more free throws. Bad personal foul picked up by Aaron Nesmith. Terrible personal foul by Aaron Nesmith in the backcourt as he knocks down Jaylen Brown on the loose ball foul. Soars up. And then he tries to dive after Jaylen Brown, and he trips him up. And trips up Jaylen Brown in his back heel. That's a despicable foul right there. When your team's down by 5, late in the third quarter, and you dive from behind thinking that you can steal the ball in the NBA, trying to dive from behind and tackle your former teammates. That's like pressing square on the PlayStation controller and going out for a diving tackle. This ain't Madden. This ain't Madden 08 over here that's being played. This is not any style of a Madden NFL football game that we got going on, and Aaron Neesmith needs to realize that. What the heck is he doing? That looks like worse than Essa Lindell from 5 years ago with that stupid flop he had in an NHL game. Looking like a flippy fish on the ice, flopping all over the place. Just goes out and just dives straight after Jaylen Brown and commits the loose ball foul. So Jalen's going to have 2 free throws here at the line. This is being looked at right now by the officials to see if there's anything flagrant on that, and there's not. So just a common foul according to the officials. 34 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown's going to shoot 2 free throws. We got 400 plus watching. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Celtics have missed 5 free throws in this game. 14 for 19 at the charity stripe. First one is up, first one is good. 94-88. Jaylen looking to see if he can make his second one. Free throws have been a problem this year, going 0 for 2 or splitting free throws. Going 2 for 2. Hasn't had the best recently. Second free throw, that time no good. In and out. Missed off the mark by Brown. He splits the free throws. 94-88 right now. The final 30 seconds left to go in the third. Celtics missed 6 free throws. 15 for 21 at the free throw line. Indiana's only gone once this entire game. Perfect 2 for 2 at the free throw line. McConnell. 9 in the shot clock. Down to 18 seconds left to go. Dribbles up to the elbow. Now to the low block. McConnell. Follow away over. Hauser. He sinks it. Sam Hauser playing minus minutes right now for the Celtics. Got to get him out of the game. Holiday crosses the midcourt logo. Final 6 seconds left to go. Drew. And we're going to have an offensive foul committed by Boston. TJ McConnell goes down hard at the midcourt logo. This will go right back to the Pacers. Sam Hauser. That's on you. Sam Hauser to pressure the moment in the Eastern Conference Finals. Looking like an absolute goof right now in Game 1. Wait until it's Game 7. This is only Game 1 right now, Sam Hauser. Inbound for the Pacers. Halliburton, 3.4 left to go. The Celtics will give a foul. I've got Boston against Minnesota in the NBA Finals. I think Dallas would be the easier matchup, though. Celtics swept Dallas in the regular season. They've been much more improved, though, second half of the season. Halliburton at the buzzer, floats it up. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, he hits it. Tyrese Halliburton banks home a 3. The Pacers got all the momentum entering the fourth quarter. Tyrese Halliburton, he is absolutely him. Sam Hauser, nope, he is not. Halliburton, guarded by Brown at the wing, floats up a circus type of 3. Bang, bang. Knocks down the triple. Cha-ching by Tyrese Halliburton. It's a 1-point game, 94-93. And the Celtics a Fuka Choka on a 13-point lead. Three quarters in the books. A Fuka Choka. Celtics gonna have to learn how to win a game in crunch time in the playoffs. And we got one right here, right now, folks. As we will have 12 minutes of basketball remaining. The Boston Celtics at home in a Game 1. Taken to the wire against the 6th seed, the Indiana Pacers. This ain't your typical 6 seed, folks. I said it last year. The Heat weren't your typical 8 seed. This Pacers squad goes 10 guys deep. Number 1 offense in the NBA for a reason, putting up 123 points per game. It was a 12-0 start for the Celtics. And then the Celtics led by 13 at one point this quarter. And now it's blown wide open to a 1-point game. Boston this season, 6-7 record in 3-point games. 42-5 in games decided by 10 points. But 6-7 in 3-point games. For the Pacers, winning record in 3-point games, they are 6-5. They are 30-16 in 10-point games. The Pacers lost game 1 against the Bucks. The Pacers lost game 1 against the Knicks. The Celtics won game 1 by double digits in both of their games at home against the Heat and the Cavs. Anarchy. Nope. It's just the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. 14-2 run to close out the third quarter for Indiana. We get a game here, folks. Celtics again, not able to hit the gas pedal. Taking it too lax. When you relax, bad things happen. You ultimately find yourself trailing. And if you relax too much, it's going to result in the L. Going to figure it out here for your Boston. Get your foot right back on the gas pedal against an opponent that's, on paper, you should definitely be much better than. Yeah, that was definitely not a fluke, that midseason tournament. For one thing we know for sure, this Pacers team, when they're hungry, they win games. And they win the ones with the most meaning for the Pacers. They are a hungry team. And Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, those two guys are him. Those two guys are going to be playing for the NBA Finals if Jason Tatum cannot be him. If Luka Doncic and Kyrie cannot be him. Because we know one thing for certain. There's 2 teams out of the Final Four that have at least one player that's him. Halliburton, when he's aggressive, for sure. Anthony Edwards, oh yeah. He's just built different. He's got it all. Backs up everything. Most confident player in the entire NBA. So cocky. So confident, not cocky. There's a difference. So confident for Edwards. Just incredibly confident, optimistic how he plays, and he backs it up. But he's got so much faith in his teammates for him. Like, it's not... He doesn't play by a cocky attitude. He credits it to his teammates, like the game ball with Jaden McDaniels. And those two guys are absolutely him, that they credit it to the team between Edwards and Halliburton. That's a jumper. Good for 2 at the free throw circle by Indiana. 95-94. Andrew in the stream, welcome in here, man. Things going pretty well here. It's crazy in this game right now. Here's the 5 on the floor to start off the fourth. Horford, White, Holiday, Tatum, and Pritchard, as that shot was well off the mark, no good. Miss for the Celtics inside the key. It's McConnell who has it. McConnell's on the floor with Toppin, Siakam, Nembhard, and Shepard in the left corner. Outside it goes to Nembhard. Laces up a 3, no good. Around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Controlled by McConnell. Quarter 3, no good off the mark. Missed shot there from 3 by Ben Shepard. Rebound controlled here by White. Up the floor off to Horford. So Tatum right now is in the game. Brown is not. Brown's on the bench, and Halliburton's currently on the bench at this moment for Indiana as well. Tatum dribbles, drives up to the mid-block, elevates for the J. Tatum, and he sinks it. It's a 1-point lead for Boston. 96-95. Jason Tatum, we were giving him a lot of crap during the last game, taking those types of shots. Deep twos, fallaways, very tough contested shots, but today he's been hitting most of those shots. He's up to 24, top scorer in the game. 10-20 left to go in the fourth. Celtics got balance with them, but are they able to lock down and play solid defense? Sometimes they have not in this game, especially the first half. Other times they've done pretty solid for stretches a little bit. That's a turnover committed by McConnell as he gets called into travel. Turnovers wrecking right now the Pacers. That's their 14th turnover tonight. Celtics are up to 11 right now. They had a lot of turnovers late in that third quarter. 10 minutes left to go. Pritchard crosses the midcourt logo. Peyton Pritchard, edge of the midcourt logo. He's got 8 off the bench for Pritchard. Into the hands to Tatum. Tatum is guarded by McConnell, 101. Tatum working to McConnell. 5 of the shot clock. Tatum drives at the wing. Tatum up fake. Steps into an open 3. Tatum no good around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Back to Tatum. Sneaks around. He gets it to go. What a putback. It's good for 2 by Tatum. 98-95. Jason Tatum's hungry. It went around the rim. He came up with his own offensive rebounds as the Pacers failed to box out McConnell. Into the hands to Nembhard. Out to the top of the key McConnell. McConnell's guarded by Holiday, 101. And we get an offensive foul. Indiana again with another turnover. Miles Turner checks back into the game. Away from the basketball. I believe it was Toppin. Yeah, Toppin was the one who committed the offensive foul, so he will check out now towards the bench for Obi Toppin. Celtics with possession, 3-point advantage right here, looking to hit triple digits. Tatum flings it off to Horford. Horford, a kick out to the corner, into the hands to Holiday. Holiday backs his way right baseline, bouncing bodies, working on Ben Shepherd. Turnaround jumper, got it! Drew Holiday, triple digits for the Celtics, 100-95. 9 minutes left to go. Nembhard, step back 3 in the air. Bricked off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound with a tip in is good for 2 by Shepherd. 3-point game here, folks. Gonna come down to the wire in this one. The Celtics just 6-7 in games decided by 1 possession this season. Gonna have to learn how to win this one tonight. Looking like it could very well come down to 1 possession. Celtics +4 second chance points, 14-10. Tatum elevates for the J. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound control by Siakam. A rare miss and an open shot at the free throw circle by Tatum. McConnell swings it off to Siakam. Jumper over Horford, connects on it. It's a 1-point game, 100-99. Back and forth, back and forth. Celtics getting battle tested right to the finish. Can they tap into that championship level identity and give you a W, or will it be like the past Celtics teams where they slip on a banana peel and choke one away? Inside the key, right to the rim. Holiday gets the bucket with a right-hand layup. 102-99, trading buckets against one another. Oh, it's too easy. McConnell with an open layup. It's a layup line on the floor right now. 102-101. A timeout taken on the floor by Boston. 7:54 left to go. The Celtics, with some of these stretches, has played poor defense throughout the course of the night. Peyton Pritchard. Oh, that's a huge ew. Where's that defense? Peyton Pritchard stuck behind Horford. His own teammate he crashed into, trying to get around TJ McConnell, led to an open layup, and it's a 1-point game. 102-101. 7:54 left to go. One thing I talk about is the Celtics in crunch time with under 8 minutes left to play. How they respond in the next 3 minutes and under is very critical. If the Celtics are able to up this lead to 8, they will win this game. If they can up the lead in the next 2 minutes in 56 seconds approximately. But if this game keeps on being close, then it gets very concerning for Boston. They have not played many close games. Pacers been winning blowouts too, lately. This Pacers team looks like the most underrated 6th seed in NBA history, with all the depth that they have in the scoring. They're a low-key, very good defensive team for Indiana. If you just look at stats itself, they're not going to do the justice because they attempt more shots than anybody in the NBA. So other teams are trying to race against them. So those numbers for shot attempts are up when they face Indiana. But in that series against the Knicks, they were playing some really good defensive games. They held the Knicks to 89, 103, and 109 in that series. And then against the Bucks, they allowed the Bucks in the last game to 98. And they've actually been able to win some close games. They won an overtime game against Milwaukee, 121-118 in Game 3. They beat the Knicks by 5. That was that monster shot that Nembhard hit that won the game on May 10th, 111-106. So they've won 2 games that's been close, winning 5 points or fewer. The Celtics haven't had that opportunity to play those types of games yet, blowing away their competition. I think it was a single-digit victory over the Cavs, which they won by 8, but that's the closest that they've ever played with an opponent so far in this playoffs. Pacers did lose Game 1 at New York, 121-117. There were some calls that were definitely questionable that did not go their way. They were frustrated out. First 2 games in that series, they filed a report with the league reviewing the film, saying that 78 calls did not go their way from the first 2 games in that series against the Knicks. But no problem, as they were able to win in 7. Souza, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. What a game indeed. JDC, welcome back to the channel. Mr. Smiley, welcome back on board. Under 8 minutes left to go. Battle to the finish. 102-101 Celtics with the basketball. 5 on the floor looked like this for Boston. Tatum, Brown, Horford, White, and Holiday. Brown drives downhill, got stripped out of bounds off Halliburton. So this will stay Celtics ball with 6 on the shot clock. 7:37 on the game clock. Celtics underneath, White, the inbound passer. Sends it off to Horford, into the hands to Holiday. Holiday dribbles, drives over McConnell on the runner. No good off the glass. Putback. It is good for 2 by Drew with a putback. 3-point advantage for the Celtics. Under 7.5 left to go. Toppin is on the floor with Halliburton and McConnell. Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard. Toppin at the right wing, guarded by Tatum. Toppin got the ball poked loose by Tatum. Right from behind, it's stolen away by White. Derek White with a steal. Burst the speed pass midcourt. White dribbles up to the mid-block. Floats the pass out to the wing off to Holiday. Holiday just scored the last bucket. Sends it out to the right wing off to Tatum. Tatum's guarded by Nesmith 101. 16 total turnovers this game by the Pacers. Celtics with 11. Tatum backs his way free throw circle. 4 to shot clock. Tatum elevates for the J. And he gets fouled by Nesmith. I believe it's before the shots that the foul occurred, committed by Nesmith. We're down to 6:52 left to go. And Tatum was able to back his way on Nesmith. Yeah, that is before the shot. So this results in a new 14 on the shot clock, inbound for Boston. Horford sends it off to White. Lob to Tatum. Too tall. It's out of bounds. Over the outstretched reach of Tatum's hands. It's a turnover. 12th turnover of the game allows Indianapolis to creep back in with this possession. McConnell towards his right. Shovels off to Turner. Into the hands to Halliburton. Halliburton swings it out across the floor. Wide open 3. TJ McConnell bricked off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound secured here by Halliburton. Turner with a monster tap back off to Halliburton for the offensive rebound pass. Off the roll down lob. Over the top. Gets deflected. Oh, baby. That's an excellent defensive possession by Derek White. Backside help at the rim. Deflecting the entry lob. It looked like a for sure alley-oop jam by Toppin. Taken away at the last moment by Derek White. Surreal. Derek White off a lob. As here goes Toppin cutting backdoor to the hoop. Turner on the lob pass. No fly zone right there. I do not go. Derek White denying the backdoor lob. Jaylen Brown with an inbound. Approaching 6 minutes left to go. Brown, top of the key. Drives out of Halliburton. Spin move. Runner came up short. Holiday. Offensive rebound. Corner jumper. Horford. It's a brick. And the rebound gets secured for Indiana. Pacers have it up the floor. Halliburton, drive, kick, corner, 3. No good off the mark. Missed by the Pacers from the corner. And Al Horford picks up the loose ball foul. It was a wide open 3 by Nesmith, and he bricked it. Horford trying to box out. Swung down Turner. Onto the hardwood. And the Pacers get the inbound. Bang, bang. They hit a 3 off the ensuing inbound. Miles Turner rattles one in on the 28th J. 104-104. 28-foot J by Miles Turner. He's got 23 in this game. Celtics with a possession. Holiday. Guard at the right wing perimeter. Bounce past the left wing into the hands to Horford. Over to Brown. Brown at the left elbow. Up fake. Brown sneaks around. Runner off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound control by Horford. Horford off the glass. No good. Tried to stay in the court of play. And he couldn't save it. It goes out of bounds. Celtics with 5:11 left to go. Gonna figure it out. It's a tie game here, folks. Boston, record of 6-7 in one possession games this season. The Pacers, record of 6-5. Halliburton dribbles, drives, bounce pass off the roll down. Siakam jumper, 15-footer. Oh, he hits it. Pascal Siakam, it's good for 2. It's a 2-point lead for Indiana. 106-104, Celtics with a basketball. Big U incoming. Lob goes over to Brown at the right elbow. Brown. His pass, oh, that's a big U, gets intercepted by Siakam. Pacers up the floor, Siakam, and he shuts the door with a two-handed flush. 108-104, timeout taken on the floor by Joe Mazzulla. Big U. Unbelievable what we're seeing. Mike with a dono. You the legend, man. Thanks so much for the dono. Got over 500 plus watching right now. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The biggest U's right there for the Boston Celtics. They are down by 4 with 4:33 left to go in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Will they ever be able to learn from their mistakes? The window is closed for the Boston Celtics. You're going to be able to take games like these in your home floor. Absolutely ridiculous if you can't come from behind and close this out. Absolutely ridiculous. Just wasting my goddamn money. Because if they keep it up like this, there's going to be more big U's. You'll probably see me in the ICU. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. With this Celtics team, and they got to figure it out in crunch time moments like these. 4:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. This is where championship level teams have been made right here in the final 4.5 minutes. You've been able to go on scoring runs in this game. Here's an opportunity right on the silver platter to do it right now. Jay Ramirez, absolute legend. Thanks so much for the dono, brother. You the man, brother. You guys are awesome here in the chat. Wow, what a game. Most underrated 6th seed in NBA history. This ain't your typical 6th seed. Mike the legend. Absolute legend here on the channel with Mike. Tyrese Halliburton, 19 with 9 assists. He's made 5 threes. He's 5 for 10 from 3. 23 by Turner, 20 by Siakam with 11 rebounds. Siakam is rose up late for him. 12 off the bench by McConnell, 13 off the bench by Toppin. Celtics with their entire starting 5 in double figures. Sam Hauser, massive ew today in this game with nothing. 26 by Tatum, 24 by Holiday with 6 assists, 3 steals. 19 by Brown, 12 by Horford, 10 by White. And this is a much deeper Pacer team than the Celtics. Celtics have only gone 8 guys deep. They're going to need generate more than that. Xavier Tillman's barely even played in this entire playoffs. Never mind step foot on the floor for the Eastern Conference Finals game when a year ago he was locking up Anthony Davis in the first round. But the Pacers have gone 10 players deep, where the Celtics have only gone 8 in today's game. If you want to see a neutral call, feel free to join me in tomorrow. T-Wolves against Mavs. I'll be back at the call tomorrow night, covering T-Wolves against Mavs. I've been a Celtics fan all 28 years of my life here. We get back to action. Drew Holiday crosses the midcourt logo. Holiday is on the floor with Tatum, Horford, Brown, and White. Holiday lobs it off to Horford. 4:20 left to go on the clock. Celtics down by 4. Largest deficit. Bounce past Tatum. Horford gets the way to the left corner. Open three. Oh, he hits it. Derek White knocks down a triple. It's a 1-point game. 108-107. Pacers were there 5 on the floor. Halliburton, Nesmith, Nembhard, Siakam, and Turner. Halliburton, bounce pass behind his back, sets up Siakam, guarded by Horford at the free throw circle. Siakam, 7 in the shot clock, into the hands to Halliburton, drives on Holiday. Halliburton at the right elbow, floats the pass top of the key. Shot clock's down to 1, off balance jumper. Turner off the back rim, no good. Tatum secures the defensive rebound. 3:40 left to go. Down the far side of the floor, Nesmith deflects it out of bounds. So this will stay Celtics inbound right now. Celtics get the inbound. Derek White made the last 3. 3:35 left to go. White dribbles up to the left elbow. White swings it off to Horford at the top. Tatum gets a touch. Tatum elevates for the J, looking for the lead. No good. Off the back rim, and the rebound secured by Indiana. Siakam up the floor. Attacks. Guarded by Horford. Bounce pass right wing. Nesmith drives inside the paint. Nesmith with a double clutch over Derek White, and he scores. Up and through. It is good for 2 and 1 at the free throw line. Coming up by the former Celtic, now a Pacer, Aaron Nesmith. Double clutch, making it look so tough over Derek White, and 1 coming up at the free throw line. Unbelievable game here, folks. Largest lead of the Pacers is by 4. They do it once again, 111-107. Just a tad fast in the clock. We're down to 3:14 left to go. Celtics with a possession. Pacers just made their first free throw since the 5:56 mark of the first quarter. They're now 3 for 3 at the free throw line. White swings it outside to Horford. Open 3. Horford, swoosh. Big Al Horford sizzles the triple. It's a 1-point game, 111-110. Under 3 minutes left to go. This is where heroes and legends are made. And by the way, this is only game 1 of the series. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Minnesota versus Dallas for game 1. And then on Thursday, Celtics and Pacers jumper. It is good for 2 at the free throw circle by Siakam. 113-110. 22 points by Pascal Siakam. Celtics with the possession. Across the floor, Horford into the hands to Brown. Brown looks to turn the corner. Dribbles up at the elbow. Brown outside top of the key into the hands to Tatum. Outside Brown. 6 in the shot clock. Brown at the corner. He's stuck. Guarded. Gives it over to Horford. Brown takes the 3. That skids off the rim. Not even close. Rebound secured by Nesmith. Tough possession for the Celtics. Here's the Pacers with a basketball up by 3. Halliburton guarded at the top of the key by Brown. 101. Edge of the midcourt logo. Halliburton, 10 in the shot clock, approaching 2 minutes left to go. He's switched to guarded by White. Gives it over to Nembhard. Nembhard with an opening, takes the jumper, and he buries it. That's a big U by Al Horford. Wide open with too much space, and Andrew Nembhard, out of all the players in the Pacers, buries the 2. Largest deficit in the game for the Celtics. Brown turns the corner. A fake underneath. Oh, and he lost it. He got fouled on the way down. And Jaylen Brown is down. Jaylen Brown is down on the hardwood right now. Turning the corner. Brown underneath. Double team. Ooh! Took a sandwich in between the head of Siakam and Turner. Ooh! Off the up fake. Ooh. Oh, man. Shoot. This might have to be put on CT ESPN. Oh, no. Got sandwich in between the head. He will stay in the game right now for Jaylen Brown, but you can only wonder if that was enough to make him on CT ESPN. Down low. Underneath, it's good for 2 by Drew Holiday. Derek White with an assist. 115-112. Minute and a half left to go in the fourth quarter remaining. Halliburton at the left wing perimeter. Sends it on top over to Siakam. Hand off Halliburton. Halliburton bounce past Siakam. Eller to the J. 15-footer. Off the mark. No good. White secures the defensive rebound. Up the floor here for the Celtics. Also Boston's in the bonus next time as well. Hand off White. And he got blocked by Halliburton. Down to 1:05 left to go. Tyrese Halliburton, absolutely him, comes from behind and blocks Derek White. Halliburton for the dagger. No good. He tried to bake home the three. Battle for the loose ball. The Pacers pick up the loose ball foul. Celtics in the bonus. Pacers might challenge this call on the floor right here. Derek White, top of the key, swatted by Halliburton. The 6th seed looking to pose a threat in the NBA Finals. They are for real. The top scoring team in the NBA, averaging 123 points per game. The modern NBA. They took 2 out of the 5 this season against the Celtics, and they took the games that they wanted more, and they got them more. And in this game, they're dialing it up, leading by 3. We get a timeout on the floor with 57 seconds left to go. If you're new on the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. By the way, the Pacers are perfect at the free throw line tonight, 3 for 3. The Celtics have left 6 points off the board at the free throw line, 15 for 21. 15 for 21 on free throws tonight. Every single one of those shots coming back to bite them. Their defense has yet to crack the code in the red-hot Pacers team that lit up the Knicks for almost 80% shooting at halftime in the last game. They're 56% shooting right now on the road. That 56% is probably going to be around 65% in the full game at home for Indiana. $115, $112. The window is right here closing for the Celtics. You got to do it this year. This is only game number 1 right now. Still a long way left to go in this series, but just ridiculous if you can't get this one on your home floor. Absolutely ridiculous. It comes down to coaching. Rick Carlisle just knows how to take his timeouts, takes his timeouts in the proper fashion. And Joe Mazzulla does not. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. So Pacers challenged the call. And the call has been upheld. So they lost the timeout. Pacers down to 1 timeout left. Pacers down to 1 timeout remaining. Jaylen Brown, who's had some free throw issues, will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First shot here by Jaylen Brown. That's good. Making a critical free throw when it matters the most. Can he do it for a second time, though? For Jaylen right here. 57.4 seconds left to go. 20 points, 8 for 16 shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Jaylen Brown. Still got 57 seconds left. Second free throw by Brown. It is up. It is good. Right down the middle. 1-point game. Celtics losing record in 1-possession games. 6-7. Pacers winning record 6-5 in 1-possession games. Pacers perfect at the free throw line. Celtics missed 6 free throws. Top of the free throw circle, Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Horford. Step back jumper, deep 2. Swoosh! Andrew Nembhard coming alive here in crunch time. It's a 3-point lead for the Pacers. Celtics with a possession. White at the left wing perimeter. White dribbles towards the top of the key, and we get a foul here. Or no, they're going to call a timeout, are they? It's going to be on the Celtics on the timeout. A player went down around the screen. Boston called a timeout. A Pacer player went down trying to go around the screen, but it was a timeout call by Boston before. 117, 114, 39 seconds left to go. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. No spoilers in the chat if you guys are new here. I believe it's like 30 seconds behind due to a YouTube delay, so we'll get to it when we can. But thanks all for being a part here on the channel for this one. Hit us up in the chat who guys like to win, Celtics or Pacers. And pretty embarrassing tonight for Boston right now. The Celtics team cracking under pressure, and you got to learn how to win in crunch time situations. Here's the opportunity right now for you. losing record this season on their home floor. Can it translate? That's the question. We've seen players show up clutch. We've seen Andrew Nembhard definitely show up clutch. He did it in Game 3 against New York after being down to 0-2. This is a Pacers team that's got a lot of momentum with them. They're 4-1 in the last 5 games. Here we go, getting back to action, 117-114. Celtics will get the inbound. White lobs it over to Tatum. That was a dangerous pass, almost intercepted by Nesmith. Gamble for the steal. Tatum, oh, he cracked under pressure. He missed a wide open 3. Jason Tatum's not him. Missed a jumper, loose ball, far side of the floor. It's going to be a turnover, though, by Nesmith. He couldn't keep it in the corner, play off the loose ball. Celtics will have it back with 27.7 seconds left. Jason Tatum, not him. Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, they are him. 25 seconds left. Celtics pick up the inbound. Derek White crosses the midcourt logo. Tatum sets the screen. White, guarded by Nesmith. White, dribble, drive, inside the paint. Couldn't finish at the rim, no good. Tatum, offensive rebound, jumper, off the back rim, no good. Turner collects the defensive rebound, and Tatum has to give the foul. Jason Tatum cannot finish in crunch time. He is not him. He is absolutely not him. I've had it. Jason Tatum is not him. Absolutely not him. Jason Tatum, not him, breaking the shot. 2 opportunities, couldn't finish, 10 seconds left. Ridiculous. What have you learned from the finals 2 years ago? Nothing. You're looking to go down 0-3 against this team, and it's going to get swept. This ain't like Miami last year where you tied it up at 3 after going down 0-3. Ten seconds left to go. Pacers will get the inbound here. Next time they'll be in the bonus. Nembhard, inbound passer. His inbound broke it up out of bounds. It's going to be Celtics basketball. Pacers coughed it up off the inbound. Jaylen Brown able to get a fingertip on there. Got deflected and out. And according to the referees, went off a Pacer last. It went off a Nembhard last. Boston's going to have a chance with 8.5 seconds left to go. If Tatum makes the big shot, going to put back the jersey right on. Time to prove me wrong if you're JT. Let's see here in a replay. Nembhard, near side of the floor, off the Siakam Brown. That's simultaneous there. Referees rolled it out of bounds by Siakam. And then he went chasing after the basketball. Yeah, that's out of bounds by Siakam. He tried to go chasing after the basketball and touched it last out of bounds next to the camera crew. So Siakam tried to track it down off his fingertips and out right in front of the camera crew. This will be Celtics inbound underneath their hoop, it will look like. So a chance here for JT to prove it, to send the game into overtime so I can put back the JT jersey on. If not, next game wearing the Pierce jersey. Gonna wear the Pierce jersey throughout the entire playoffs until Tatum makes a big shot. So right now the camera is focused on Tatum. 8.5 seconds left to go. Tatum's got 26. Holiday's got 26. Tatum, though, has missed the last 2 critical shots with under 15 seconds left. Can he make one up here and force overtime? If so, gonna put back the uniform. Here we go. 117, 114. 8.5 seconds left to go. Inbound underneath the hoop for the Celtics. Holiday sends it off to the corner. Off fake Brown. Puts in the jumper. And he hits it. Bang, 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 bang. Jaylen Brown with 5.7 seconds left to go. He buries an unbelievable quarter jumper. Off balance. Connects on it for Jaylen, the man, Brown. You the man, JB. You the man. Timeout on the floor by Indiana. It ain't over till it's over. 117. JB, the absolute man. Holiday underneath the hoop off the inbound. Brown's open. Then he's closed out by Siakam. JB rises and fires over Siakam. Bang, bang. Swooshes the three ball from the corner. Without an inch of real estate to operate, Jaylen Brown, an insane three. Oh yeah, baby. You the man, JB. You the man. Him. This is how you go into overtime. 5.7 seconds left to go. You're going to have to get a stop right here. Here we go. Pacers. Final possession. Near side of the floor. Front court. Nembhard, the inbound passer. Nembhard sends it off to Halliburton. Drives towards his right. Halliburton guarded by Tatum. Takes the jumper off the glass. No good. We're going to overtime here, folks. Let's get the OT in the chat. Guess whose jersey I'm going to be wearing? Coming up here at OT, you've earned it once again with a defensive stop, JT. Let's go, we're going into overtime. Type in OT hype in the chat. Jason Tatum locks up Halliburton. What a game. What a game here, folks, and it ain't over till it's over. We're going into overtime. Absolutely legendary stream right now. We'll be back in just a moment. Gonna turn on the brake slide for legit 5 seconds. Get back on the jersey, then we'll be back into action. Here we go, overtime. I'm going to start off in a couple minutes from now. An unbelievable stream. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I do cover. And holy smokes. Crunch time games. Got to close it out. And gives you another opportunity right now. Jaylen Brown with a shot of his life. Absolutely the shot of his life. And then Tatum, even though he couldn't make some critical shots, looked like those bad shots were going to cost his team the game for Tatum in the final 20 seconds, but able to lock up Halliburton defensively and force overtime. The motto this year for the Celtics is #different here. And yup, if you're going to say you're a different team, you're going to prove it right here. This is where the championship identity level comes to play right now. And where heroes and legends are made in overtime. Who's going to win this one? Type in the chat who guys are rooting for to win here. Celtics or Pacers? Indeed. Best time of the game right here for JT to finally show up. 26 each between Tatum and Holiday. Brown's got 24. Biggest shot of his life on an insane corner three to get us here into overtime. Celtics left to right on the floor control the opening tip. Derek White on the floor. Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Jason Tatum. 5 on the floor for the Pacers. Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, and Tyrese Halliburton. Tatum, his pass broken up. Brown, right place, right time to redeem him. Brown, corner three off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Siakam for the defense. Pacers have their first possession up the floor. 30 seconds into the game. Halliburton at the TD Garden logo. Halliburton's guarded by Tatum, was locked up in the last possession. Switched here, guarded by Horford. Sends it off to his left to Nesmith. Nesmith jumper over White. No good. Skid it off the rim. That's an excellent defensive stop there by Derek White, going up for a full contest, working on Nesmith. Brown shovels on top of White. Sends it outside. Tatum bounce pass left corner. Horford open three. Couldn't convert. Holiday offensive rebound. Holiday baseline dribble. Holiday right to the cup. Goes up. Holiday. And he got tied up here underneath the hoop. So this will stop the clock. 4 minutes even. So Holiday going up, got tied up, and this will be a jump ball at the Celtics free throw circle. Holiday and Nesmith will go up for the jump ball here at the free throw circle, and Holiday gets tipped over to Nembhard. So the Pacers with possession with it. Under 4 minutes left to go in overtime. Nembhard, his bounce pass is the Celtics. The bonuses reset here to overtime. Celtics pick up their first foul. Bonuses reset in OT. Two timeouts for both of these teams. And nobody's really into foul trouble. This game has had not many fouls to it throughout today. Aaron Nesmith's got 4, though, for the Pacers. 3 personal fouls by Holiday. Everybody else with 2, 1, or 0 for the Celtics. Nesmith, the only player with 4. Everybody else with a 2, 1, or 0. Halliburton with a 3. Got it! Tyrese Halliburton pours in the first bucket in the overtime session as he swishes down a triple. Got 3:35. My clock was a little fast. Remaining here to OT. 120-117. Celtics with the ball. Derek White at the left wing perimeter. White dribbles up. Kick out to the corner. Tatum looking for the tie. No good off the back rim. Missed by Tatum. And the rebound secure for the Pacers. A clean look from the left corner, and he bricked it. The Celtics are just 14 for 44 from three-point range. Halliburton on a 3, no good. Holiday secures the defensive rebound. He got poked in the eye on the rebound as the referee stopped time. 3:09 left to go. It's going to be on Aaron Nesmith, who just picked up his 5th. So it's a loose ball foul charged to Aaron Nesmith in his 5th personal foul of today's game. Celtics cross midcourt. Derek White at the left wing perimeter. He's defended by Halliburton. Hand off to Brown. Brown dribbles up top of the free throw circle. Brown backs his way inside to Keon Halliburton. Brown, kiss off the glass. He scores. Up and then off the backboard. It's good for 2 by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, the big reason why we're here. In overtime, 26 points. Made a game-tying 3 with 5 seconds left to go. 10 for 19 from the floor. Nembhard off to Siakam at the left elbow. Siakam backs his way, guarded by White. Horford brings the double off to Nembhard. Nembhard blocked by Horford. Here goes Tatum. Shoots out of the pack. Tatum drives downhill. Blocked from behind by Nesmith. Put back is good by Horford. They're not going to count it, though. They're going to count the shooting foul before by Nesmith, and that's going to be his 6th. Aaron Nesmith has just fouled out of this game. He just picked up his 6th personal foul on the shooting foul from behind, trying to close the gap between him and Tatum on the fast break. Tatum trying to go in for the slam dunk, and then Nesmith, he got him on the right forearm. That is the 6th he has done for Aaron Nesmith. 2:27 left to go. TJ McConnell now enters the game and plays Aaron Nesmith, and Tatum buries the first free throw. This score is tied 120-120. Second shot by Tatum is good, right down the middle. Celtics got the lead. Tatum's got 28. 121-120, 2:20 left to go in overtime as we approach the mark underneath. Halliburton, no good. Derek White able to contest it on the bounce. It went off a Horford last, though. It'll stay Pacers ball. Celtics finally starting to bring physicality. In the overtime session, McConnell, the inbound passer underneath the hoop. TJ sends it off to the wing, off to Siakam. Siakam guarded by Tatum. Siakam at the right corner. Siakam backs his way to the right elbow. Outside it goes to Halliburton. 5 of the shot clock. Halliburton pass off the roll down. Siakam over White. No good off the back rim. Derek White playing the defense of his life here at OT. Jaylen Brown at the right corner, gonna slow it down into the hands to White. He has been special on the defensive side of the floor at overtime. Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum guarded by Nembhard. Tatum, oh, that's a big ew! Jason Tatum, what the hell are you doing? Derek White came in from behind. It will be a shooting foul. Picked up, charge to White as Nembhard is gonna shoot 3 shots coming up at the free throw line. 3. Jason Tatum. What the are you doing? That is disgusting. That is a despicable act by Jason Tatum with a god-awful turnover. Halliburton 3 free throws. First one is good. 121-121. I thought the James Harden turnover from a couple years ago was atrocious, that he dribbled it off his foot, it rolled all the way into the backcourt, and it was this monster ew. And that was the start of the big ew. All 3 free throws are good by Halliburton. 1:40 left to go. Pacers are perfect at the free throw line, 6 for 6. Celtics have let 6 free throws go to waste today, 19 for 25 at the line. Brown drives, Brown stripped out of bounds, last touched off at Indiana. 1:30 left to go. Derek White, the inbound passer, lobs it off to Tatum. Tatum at the baseline, right baseline dribble. Tatum couldn't finish from point-blank range. Jason Tatum really choking this game alongside joining a limited class of remote greats that's only good in the regular season, joining in James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and CP3 for players to never win a ring during their career. For Jason Tatum, if he keeps this crap up right now, couldn't even finish from point-blank range. Minute 15 left to go. Celtics with a possession. White at the left wing. Lob down low. Tatum. Tatum with a right hand. There you go, man. Scoop score. Up and in off the backboard. Finally, he gets one as he crawls out of his Mr. Top Shell. Opens up his shell in his head and gets one to go as he is finally awoken after missing several shots here in crunch time for Jason Tatum. Multiple very easy bucket opportunities. 123, and it will be an and one to see if he can break the tie at the free throw line. The shot is good, rolls in. 123, minute 12 left to go. Pacers with a possession. Halliburton crosses the midcourt logo. This is where heroes and legends are made in championship scenarios like this. You're going to find your identity. Halliburton, he lost it, and he turned it over. Tyrese Halliburton, a turnover down the near side of the floor with 1:02 left to play. All the momentum right now with the Celtics. Drew Holiday, absolute hound dog, as he locked down Halliburton, and Halliburton bobbled it and lost it. Derek White's going to slow it down. That's the 21st turnover of the game by Indiana. Celtics have scored 21 points off of Pacer turnovers. White dribbles, drives inside, swings it off to Tatum. Up fake, takes it. It's up in the air. Oh, he makes it. Bang, 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 bang. Jason Tatum, finally. You the man, JT, on what may have, not gonna count it out just yet, but could have been the dagger here, folks, in game 1 of the series. Jason Tatum on a 6-zip run. 127-123 with 43 seconds left to go. Different here to hashtag JT after several misses. Finally, for a 25-second clip, goes in a 6-zip individual run. He finally is able to hit his shot and channel what other people say is a comparison to Kobe. Goes out and channels inner Kobe in a 25-second 6-zip clip. Imagine if he played like that the whole game. Like, bro, you missed several shots here, man. It was frustrating. You almost cost your team the game if Jaylen Brown had to bail you out the first time. And Jason Tatum, what you love about overtime, he gets the opportunity. It's another opportunity. And he capitalized it right now. Able to capitalize in the final 25 seconds that we've just played in this game. He's gone off. And that's what you gotta love about basketball. We saw that in Game 3 between the Pacers and the Knicks. Andrew Nembhard was breaking shot after shot after shot, but when it mattered the most, he hit the biggest one of his life. Siakam lost it. Jaylen Brown comes up with a steal. Brown out of the pack, double-teamed over to Tatum. Gets it off to Horford. Pacers will commit a foul with 31 seconds left to go. Or the Celtics will take a timeout actually here. They couldn't get the foul off in time. Boston burns a timeout with 31 seconds. And this is a Boston timeout. One timeout remaining for both of these teams. Jaylen Brown, player of the game by far. The corner three to tie the game up at 117 to determine overtime. And then an incredible clutch steal. Just ripped it out of the hands of Siakam inside the key. "31 seconds left. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow night covering T-Wolves against Mavs. So if you'd like to join in, feel free to do so. Also planning on being back for Celtics against Pacers in the next game. They're showing that incredible three by Jaylen Brown at the left corner over Siakam with 5.7 seconds left to go. That's the reason why we got overtime. Jaylen Brown, crunch time, bang, bang. This Celtics team built different. I thought they were done. I took off my Celtics jersey in the final 25 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter when they were trailing 117 to 114. And Jason Tatum bricked 2 shots in a row. And then Jaylen Brown was able to help deflect the ball out of bounds. Went off at Indiana. And then Jaylen Brown got the inbound, made a corner three with zero space offered by Siakam. The toughest shot ever in his life. Took the game into overtime and just ripped the ball away from Pascal Siakam before this timeout was called. Holiday pins it off of Halliburton off the inbound out of bounds. 28 seconds left. It's an unbelievable game. Tatum inbounds it. Holiday passes off to the cutter. Derek White soars up, and he scores. It's good for 2 with a finger roll. 129, 123, 20 seconds left to go. Toppin attacks inside the paint. Kick off to the corner, Siakam. Siakam with the right hand. Gutted to go. Over Horford. 129, 125. Inbound goes to Holiday. The Pacers will commit a foul. 16.7 left to go. $16.7 left to play. Jrue Holiday, 2 shots right out the free throw line. First one's good. Jrue Holiday, excellent today as well offensively. What a roller coaster of a game. Celtics got out to a 12-0 start. Looked like they were going to run away with it. But then the Pacers, credit to Indiana, battled right back in this game. We went wire to wire in a game that looked like for sure that the Pacers were going to win. It was a 3-point lead with 6 seconds left, and then Jaylen Brown makes the shot of his life and gives the Celtics all the momentum into overtime. 12.9 seconds left to go. Unbelievable game. I thought it was over. Like, Tatum bricked those 2 shots with under 25 seconds left to go in the fourth. Once Turner collected the defensive rebound, I thought it was over right there, and the Celtics were down to 0-1. And that's why And that's why you got to play the full 48 plus overtime to determine the winner. That's what makes the sport so great, is because you get botched inbounds and stuff. Like plays that you don't even think of the unthinkable. Second shot by McConnell, no good. Just an unbelievable comeback. Like, it did not look like that for a long time. 131, 126, 12.4 seconds left to go. Feel free to join in for Minnesota versus Dallas tomorrow night, if you guys would like. If you enjoyed the stream here, feel free to hit the thumbs up, smash the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Just, wow. That's why you got to play the full game. Like, stranger things have happened in basketball. A crazy sequence how he closed out the fourth quarter. Absolutely crazy sequence. Like, I cannot... I'm not going to say that they've won the game because they haven't yet. Like, anything could still happen. There's a ton of improvement for Boston. But just crazy. That whole, like, last 25 seconds or so of the fourth quarter, they looked like they were toast. And even in overtime, Jason Tatum had just a really poor turnover in OT, and I thought that the Pacers would be able to capitalize on that and have another opportunity. They had so many chances for Indiana in this game. The Pacers will head back to the free throw line here. So the referees met about the last call. Loose ball foul charged to Boston, going up on the rebound. So Obi Toppin will shoot free throws right now. First one's good. Now, obviously, just this one game. We got a 7-game series potentially out of this. Yeah, thanks so much, Nature Power. Appreciate it all for being a part of the stream here. And this is just one game. I look back at the previous 2 series matchups that the Pacers played in. They lost game 1 twice in a row. They're still here. They won the series. Pacers won the series against the Bucks and the Knicks. They were the better team down the stretch. They went 4-1 in the last 5 games in the Bucks series. They went 4-1 in the last 5 games in the Knicks series. They're 8-2 in games in the back half of those series when they play their final 5 of those series matchups. They get better and better and better. So this series is far from over. This is just the first game right now. And hopefully the Celtics can learn from their lesson, because I believe 2 years ago they won Game 1 against Golden State. And a lot of people after that game, as Tatum here will shoot free throws, 2 shots. First one is good with 8.6 seconds left to go. A lot of people wrote off Golden State with all the experience they had with the dynasty that they had after the Celtics won Game 1. There's no writing off Indiana. We still got 6 games remaining here. And Indiana has to be the most underrated 6th seed in NBA history for them. This team goes like 10 guys deep, and they're going to wear you out throughout the course of the playoffs. 133-128, 8.6 seconds left to go. Full court pass for the Pacers. Halliburton laces up a 3. No good around the rim and out. To rebound, battle for it. Jaylen Brown tips it over to Derek White. And it's over. The Boston Celtics take game number 1. Unbelievable game tonight, 133-128, the final score, and what looked like the Celtics were going to let this one slip away from them. They had a 13-point lead as much by, and they were able to somehow find a way to have more points when this game finish the final 53 minutes of action tonight. Jason Tatum, 36 points, 12 rebounds. I thought that his late shots in the fourth quarter, honestly, were going to cost his team the game. He was bricking a bunch of shots in the final 5 minutes left to go in the fourth. He bricked 2 consecutive shots with under 25 seconds left to go in the fourth, and then he comes out still bricking shots, missing easy layups at the rim in the overtime session, and out of nowhere, he goes off in an individual 6-zip run in a 25-second span, and just rises in the clutch, finally, for Jason Tatum after missing multiple shots in a row. Just a roller coaster of a game. At one point, I took off Tatum's jersey because I thought that he was going to cost the team the game. It looked like they were done. It looked like they were done. 117-114. This man, Jaylen Brown, this was the sequence. Pacers had an inbound in their backcourt. Jaylen Brown and Siakam were battling for the inbound. Brown deflected it off of Siakam. Siakam tried to track it down, and Siakam lost it out of bounds. And then off the inbound, Drew Holiday found a wide-open Jaylen Brown in the corner. Siakam then closed out. Jaylen Brown heaved up this prayer that I have no clue how in the world it got into the net, but it did. And Jaylen Brown, the hero in Game 1 in this series. And that's why you gotta love the NBA playoffs in basketball, because it's not over till it's over. Stranger things have happened, and we've seen it all tonight in this game. Holy smokes. Jaylen Brown, 26 points. Game-tying 3 to send it into overtime. Massive in OT as well. 28 points by Drew Holiday. They would not be winning this game if it wasn't for those 28 points by Drew Holiday. He had 8 assists with 3 steals today. 15 by Derek White. Derek White was locking up dudes in overtime, contesting shot for shot for Derek White and forcing miss after miss after miss by the Pacers. 15 points by Al Horford. Entire starting 5 scored in double figures. I don't know how sustainable that is going to be against Indiana. They're going to have to get other players some opportunities as well. That's the thing. I know they're banking on Porzingis to come back in game number 4, but I think they're going to stretch the bench out a little bit further for them, because they're going 8 guys currently in the rotation. Indiana's going 10 right now. Indiana's got the deeper team. Celtics with 13 points off the bench. 8 points by Peyton Pritchard, 5 by Cornette, nothing by Hauser. Hauser had a rough game. He only played 9 minutes. He's going to have to hit a major reset for the next one for Sam Hauser. And then off the bench, it was 30 points. So 30-13 in favor of Indiana for the bench tonight in this one. 25 by Halliburton. Halliburton made 6 threes. Perimeter defense needs a ton of work for the Celtics. The Pacers shot the ball lights out from 38% from 3 at the ends. 53.5% total from the floor. But they were going into the late stage of the fourth quarter, shooting around like 56% for them. That number dropped significantly due to a lot of really good defensive contests here in OT by Derek White. 23 by Miles Turner with 10 rebounds. 24 by Siakam with 12 rebounds. Siakam was huge. Final 5 minutes in the fourth came up clutch for him to get Indiana right back in it after trailing by 13. 12 by Nembhard. Nembhard had some big shots in the fourth quarter. And 14 by Nesmith against his former team today. And then off the bench, 15 by Toppin, 13 by McConnell. The Celtics going to have to figure it out here going up against this Pacers team, because Pacers are just super, super deep. And this is very well an indication that this could be a long series tonight. This is just one game, and the Pacers are right there with the Celtics. That this went into overtime, anybody's game. But if you're a Celtics fan, I mean, just like myself, you gotta feel much more confident about this team right now, because I thought they were legit done in this game. Previous Celtic squads, when they're in a one-possession game late in the fourth quarter, they would have just folded. They would have lost the game. This team tonight, I don't know how Jaylen Brown did it. And he took a shot to the head a couple plays before he made that three. He got sandwiched between Turner and Siakam a couple plays before that. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Jaylen Brown, just insane shot they made. Goes down in the lifetime books as just a historic Boston-made shot. If that was in the Game 7, it definitely goes down as in the books for like a historic all-time game shot right there. It's probably not going to be remembered that much because it's only a Game 1, but still, it's definitely going to be remembered for this series. That is for sure. For Jaylen Brown, just an insane shot. I don't know how in the world he hit that. Crazy. But yeah, definitely needed this test for the Celtics, and for a team that's been blowing the competition out of the water. They found a way to win, and you got to take it a game at a time. This is just one game, but this is a really promising sign. We still got a lot left to go in this series. No way is this going 4 games. No way. So we're going to wrap up here. 133-128, the final score. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here of the channel. Before I do sign off tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This goes down as just one of the all-time streams here, just for a wild finish that we had. Crazy. We're going to close out here to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajib, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Paul, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Barco, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Derek, Sister, Surround, Mario, Greedo, Tristan, Chuck, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, Jack City, and Shalimar. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream for this game. Crazy finish here. The Celtics, I don't know how they got it done, pulling the rabbit out of the hat, playing like magic at the end, in a insane finish here. Jaylen Brown, game-tying 3 at 117, forcing overtime. Celtics able to start to pull away. Jason Tatum, individual 6-zip run in overtime after missing multiple shots at one point in the late stretch of the fourth quarter. In the early stage of overtime, it finally gets himself going in the final minute of OT as the Celtics pull away and win by 5. 133-128 the final score. Feel free to join back in tomorrow night for Minnesota versus Dallas. I'll be back as well for Celtics in their next game against the Pacers on Thursday. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, everybody.